Howdy, fellow movie fans. Welcome to this very special edition of the show. This is not a Wisco Movie Watchers Podcast episode. This is a special where it is all led by Dylan. This is going to be a special for our YouTube channel, Those Davies Boys. Dylan, you're running the show. What are we doing today?
Doing a tier list of all the best picture winners.
Alrighty. So we have talked a lot about the Oscars on the show. We've done 25 years of Oscar history from last year. That is all in the archive still. But this is your forte. This is your obsession.
Yeah, I started becoming obsessed with it when I was a teenager. And then I didn't find my notes on the first half of the best pictures, but I did find a thing that I filled out in 2019 and 2020, which was a rating system of all of them, and that would have been my second time watching all of them.
So you've seen every Best Picture winner at least 3 times now?
I've seen everyone at least twice, but most of them, yes, 3 times.
Wow.
At least.
Okay.
Because there's some like Titanic that I've seen
a billion times.
I was going to say probably in the 100 range.
You've watched Titanic almost 100 times?
There was one day where it was showing on TBS, and I watched it 3 times in a row just because I was too lazy to get up and change the channel. Because I didn't have a remote for my TV at the time.
Oh my god!
It was one where you had to go up and click it.
This is ridiculous.
So yeah, I just sat there watching it all day.
Hell yeah!
With commercial breaks. So that's like 12 hours.
That's an enormous amount of time. That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, it was quite the day.
But here you are, ready to go, and we're going to do chronological. So the only question I want to ask you here, this is the one technical question that will make the show. Do you want to do snake order where we go from old and then new and keep flipping back and forth, or do you want to go in true chronological order?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer.
Let's do chronological order, I guess. Because I thought about it, like, oh, maybe we want to put the modern stuff up front too, but I was like, nah, they'll get it. They'll see it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so 1927 is the first one.
Indeed. Let's get to it.
And that's Wings. This, I'm going to throw up in B right away.
All right. Wow. Okay.
It's the only true silent film to win Best Picture. The artist is like semi-silent film, but it breaks a lot of the rules of what a silent film is. Pretty basic story. It's just 2 people who go to war, like 2 friends, and then they have a love triangle with Clara Bow, who's on the poster there.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. It's fine. Like, it's early ones where I go, okay, this is actually pretty good for the time. There's a lot of great, like, aerial combat footage, which is nice.
Interesting.
I would say other than, I don't know if you've seen this, Hell's Angels with made by Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the only thing that tops it around that time for me for aerial combat, but Wings is solid. It's a good, solid B minus range.
All right, next film.
So 1929, it's 28. It's weird, though. Numbering system at the beginning is weird because it's right around the time the Depression starts, and they're just figuring shit out.
Ah, okay.
This is Broadway Melody.
All right.
And when we initially made or found this tier list, there was no F tier, and I insisted on having one because this movie belongs there.
Okay, so here's the question. Do I even have a Broadway Melody here? Oh, yes, I do. Okay.
Yes. Oh, I should also mention, you did question, 1927 also has Sunrise, that some people consider a Best Picture winner. The same year Wings wins Outstanding Motion Picture. Sunrise wins, I think it's like Unique and Artistic Feature or something like that. And there was just a separation between the two at the time.
That makes no sense.
Simply because it's the first one. I mean, the Academy does random shit and they throw out ideas all the time, and some of them stick, some of them don't. So yeah, Sunrise would be up here, and it would be a B as well with Wings to me. But Broadway Melody, It's an understatement to say it is boring as fuck. It's like there's a lot of these at the early period of when sound is coming in, where it's just a musical that is as mediocre as it gets. But this also adds the fact of it's boring.
Is this as boilerplate as it gets, like Cool Runnings, or is Cool Runnings a masterpiece in comparison to this?
I would say Cool Runnings is a masterpiece.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's hard to compare the two because like
there's 70 years in between them. And everything else.
People are still figuring out film. This is still when cameras can't really move that well.
Yeah.
Wings does have a great tracking shot though. That's like really famous. If you're going to watch one thing from Wings, if you're not going to watch the actual movie, just look up Wings tracking shot. And It's just a long tracking shot throughout like a dance floor. It's really great. Broadway Melody is just boring. Boring, stupid. None of the music is good. So, fuck it.
Alrighty.
All Quiet on the Western Front is 1930. This is put it up in B before Wings.
Before Wings.
On top. Yeah, so B plus-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a really good movie. I like this one probably more than I like the newest one that Netflix made a couple years ago.
Okay.
It's a World War I movie based on the book. I mean, it's just about, like humanizing everyone in war, not just creating villains.
Sure.
It does help that it's World War I and not World War II, where it's hard to have gray area with that.
Yeah.
With World War I, you still get a little bit of, hey, not everyone's evil here.
Sure.
It's nice to see like a more complicated portrayal of war at this early in the stage.
Well, we're so used to the World War II propaganda style film that even goes in the 50s and 60s, where it's like just all glorification to our boys, and everyone else that fought against our boys are evil, kind of thing.
And we'll get into a lot of those coming up.
Can't wait for that.
Yeah, I think of all the ones in like 1930, this is close to the top.
Okay.
So, on my 2019, 2020 second go around, I gave it 4 stars out of 5.
Oh, wow.
So it's good. Broadway Melody, I gave a 1.5.
Wow, I'm shocked you even got that extra half star. It sounded like it was getting a 0-star film.
Yeah, I never give anything 0. I'm always like, I'll give it something. But
what would it take to get a film to be a 0?
I would give a 0 to Birth of a Nation.
Fair.
But that's just because it's like literally the most racist film of all time.
Yeah, it's just glorifying.
Maybe not the most, but it's up there for sure.
Yeah.
That's
the sad part. You don't know in this country and the world whether you can definitively say it's the most racist, but you can certainly say it's in the conversation. It's the most well-known racist piece of trash film.
I know a lot of people who go through film school, they do get shown it because it's so revolutionary in the way it's made at the time. But God, it is bad. Like, just awful portrayals of any other race except white.
Yep. Makes sense.
We'll get into that as well coming up later in the 30s. Okay, Cimarron.
Alrighty.
It's 1931. Let's throw this in F.
Wow. The earlies.
Yes, below Broadway Melody.
Interesting.
I would say, just straight off the top of my head, because I can't find my notes, I'd say this is probably my least favorite of all the Best Picture winners.
Wow. Okay.
There's one really great sequence, which is what is that called when it's like, was it the Homestead Act where the government was just like kind of giving out land to people moving out west?
Yeah.
There's one great sequence where there's like a rush out to the frontier.
Okay.
It's like, I'm going to guess somewhere in the range of like 300 extras, all with like chariots and buggies and stuff. It's really cool. But other than that, it's just boring, and there are racist parts for sure.
Naturally.
They have the I don't know if you've seen it, the Key and Peele sketch where they like find out their ancestor was like a famous actor at the time. And then they find the footage that he was in, and it's like all these racist portrayals of black people, like the really like simple country folk kind of portrayal. They have that in Cimarron. It's a little kid character, and it's not fun to watch.
I would assume
this is one where two viewings is enough for me. I'm never gonna watch this movie again.
I think that's more than fair, Dylan.
Unless I, for some reason, feel like watching all of them again, but I don't see myself doing it.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah, it's definitely not good. I mean, at the time, I'm sure it was fine, but whatever.
I think that's fair to say, though.
We've evolved from then. 1932, Grand Hotel.
Okay.
This is like the equivalent of those movies like New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow.
Where it's like little vignettes with a bunch of stars in it.
So they broke the bank for this one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stars in this. This is about as C as it gets. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the definition of mediocre. If you really love these stars, you'll probably like it more than me, but it's just little vignettes, little stories of characters that happen to be at this hotel. It's fine. My little note from 2019 was, it's fine. Literally.
It's fine. Literally.
Okay. 1933, Cavalcade.
Alrighty.
This one I'm torn. I don't know if I want to go top of F or D-.
I'd be interested because you told me there was only going to be 2 Fs, and we're starting our hot with 2 Fs already. So
yeah,
the third one that could be. I'm sure D will have plenty of bad movies in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in D. I might throw it down in F later.
All right.
This is definitely going to be on the D- end of the range. If I said any of these movies were boring, it's nothing compared to this movie.
Okay.
No, throw it in D for now,
my apologies. My apologies. Yeah.
It might end up there, but though. This is like Forrest Gump if it was super boring.
Interesting. Okay.
Where it shows all these historical events happening and the characters just happen to be present during them. Like there's the stock market crash and there's the Titanic crashing. It is about as boring as it gets though in terms of Best Picture winners.
Okay.
So far, the only 2 I would actually recommend people watch are Wings and All Quiet.
Fair.
Everything else is a skip, 100%.
Okay.
But now we get into 1934, which is It Happened One Night. And It Happened One Night is an A for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's high praise for you.
Yes. It's definitely an A. Revolutionary in terms of how influential it was in terms of romantic comedies. This is like one of the originators of what the romantic comedy becomes.
Okay.
Super fun. I don't love Clark Gable, but I know a lot of people do. This movie was so influential. There's that story of Clark Gable didn't wear an undershirt, and apparently it was like a big faux pas for men not to do that.
Oh no.
So like the whole market of selling undershirts tanked, and everyone blamed him for it.
Undershirts suck. Undershirts are terrible.
I don't get it either. I don't like them, but at the time, I guess it was a very popular trend.
Because the thing is, like undershirts don't even really protect what you want to protect your clothes from. That's the thing that always drove me insane. Like
that's true.
When people used to wear, like, if like Like when back in the day when we were still figuring shit out like teenagers do, and we'd wear a t-shirt under everything. At least I was like, well, it's armpit sweat and things of that nature that people are trying to protect their clothes from. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not just chest hair. It's not just.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't really have a purpose. But I mean, there's still people who do it nowadays. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of my best friends does it. I'm just like, what? Every time I look, I never say it to him. I've said it to him, I think like once. But every time I say it, every time I look at him, I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, what are we doing? Who's helping? Who's this helping here?
Claudette Colbert and Clark Gable, really great chemistry.
Okay.
This is a Frank Capra movie, and I believe, if I remember correctly, he's also the president of the Academy at the time.
Okay.
So that might have had a little bit of play in terms of favorability.
Gotcha.
But Frank Capra was also like completely on the rise at this point. Also, the Academy was down to like, I think it was like 30 or 40 members.
Damn.
Because initially the Academy was made to be pretty much a union, a guild for everyone to join, and then they were the go-between between the actual creators and the studios. But then the Directors Guild became a thing, and the Actors Guild became a thing.
So they were superfluous.
Yeah, it was just a redundancy in terms of that. But yeah, Frank Capra was kind of why the Academy survived. So I also give him a lot of credit for that because I love him.
Gotcha.
Okay, Mutiny on the Bounty, 1935. Another Clark Gable movie. This one it's tough. But I'd say throw it in C.
Okay.
I'd say above Grand Hotel.
There you are.
It's a little bit too long, for sure.
How long is this movie? How long are we talking here?
That's a good question. I would guess it's somewhere in the range of 2 hours and 20, but let me make it. It could be.
To be fair, for the time, that's long.
Yeah, let me make sure. 2 hours and 12 minutes, so not awful.
It's not terrible, but yeah, a lot of those movies, they barely cracked 2 hours back in the day.
Yeah, 100%. This, it's a fine drama. There's also another remake of it with Marlon Brando.
Okay.
And that also gets nominated for Best Picture in 1960-something, 62, I think. That version's better.
Okay.
I mean, it does help that it's 30 years later.
Yeah.
Good acting. It's kind of fun to see, like, all the locations they go to, because it is completely set at sea.
Is this a naval film? Is this a pirate film? Like, what the hell is this?
It's a naval movie about the British Navy. And
with American actor Clark Gable.
Oh, I mean, that's always going to happen at the time.
It's like Lon Chaney Jr. playing an English lord in The Wolfman, and you're like, how is this even remotely credible, guys?
I'm blanking on the guy's name. Charles Lawton, is that the guy from it? He's the captain. He's really great. He's a complete asshole, but it's a really good performance.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a solid movie. Nothing to brag about. On my 2020 version, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Not bad. This is one where I go 6.5. It's better than average.
All right.
Yeah, but it's nothing I'm like, oh, I really want to return to that. It's one that's completely forgettable, really.
Sure.
Okay, Great Ziegfeld. I don't know if you remember this, but back when you were living in Oshkosh, in your apartment, you had like a dry erase board.
Yes, I did.
And there was like movies that you and Abby were going to watch. Or like movies.
I do remember you kept putting this on that fucking board.
And I kept putting the Great Ziegfeld on it. because this movie is boring as fuck. And it's 3 hours. Let me make sure. I think it's like 3 hours and 20 minutes.
God damn, what is this, Return of the King? Fuck.
It is long as 3 hours and 6 minutes.
Still too
so let
long.
Me tell you, it feels like 5 fucking hours.
Oh
it
my
is
God.
like this is another one where a lot of these were coming out at the time where because theater was such a thing, they just pretty much threw theater acts into a movie, like
What?
full theater acts. Like, so the Ziegfeld Follies is the thing at the time that they're riffing off of. And those are like the big Bubsby Berkeley, is that it? The big dance numbers and stuff. They're like very over the top, very opulent and stuff.
Yeah.
Just huge stage acts, and they just throw them in the entirety into the movie.
Interesting.
It is the longest fucking movie. It is so boring. This one, I don't think I can give it a D. Throw it in top of F. So it's better than two things at least, but
Great Ziegfeld. Top of F.
Yeah, it's good acting, but because it's so long, I just don't give a fuck.
Fair enough.
Okay, so The Life of Emile Zola is 1937. Again, this is the equivalent of what the musical biopic is now.
Okay.
Where there's just tons of things being made at the time where it's just a biopic.
Yeah.
And this is a biopic of Emile Zola, which is an author. For someone who's never read Emile Zola books, and I don't even really know who he is.
No idea.
I straight up don't give a fuck. So this is a D. I'll give it top of D because Paul Mooney, who's the lead actor in it, he's good. It's a great performance. But because I know nothing about Emile Zola, I just do not care.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
This is like if they made a musical biopic. Who's an artist that just no one gives a fuck about, but for some reason they're super popular?
I'm
trying to think.
Pitbull.
Yeah, this would be like a Pitbull biopic. It's just like, why is this being made? I mean, have you even heard of Emile Zola?
No idea.
Exactly.
I'm going to be honest. I hear Zola and comic book brain immediately go to Arnim Zola from Marvel Captain America.
Yes.
Like, you know,
like
MODOK and everything else that's involved with it, you know.
It would make sense if this was like Ernest Hemingway or like, you know, F. Scott Fitzgerald or something. That would be at least more palatable, but yeah this is just boring.
Especially Hemingway. Hemingway has a really interesting life. Also, highly recommend going to the Keys to the Ernest Hemingway house. They do a really good job. It's also filled with cats, which is also a plus for a cat lover. But
Hemingway house.
It's in the Keys.
They filmed something, some Bond movie there.
I wouldn't be shocked if they did. It's in the Keys. It's right in Key West. It's a really cool little. It's a nice 2-hour detour to just have while you're down in Key West. 'Cause Key West is such a lively, you know, get together party city.
Yeah,
and
it's
a great time to be around. I've really enjoyed that.
Is it Timothy Dalton, Living Daylights, or License to Kill?
It's got to be License to Kill.
Okay, yeah, they filmed something at the Hemingway house, in License to Kill.
Yeah, I think I remember that now because they have posters up of all the movies that Hemingway influenced, and then I think they randomly have Living Daylights because they have all these Hemingway novels that are made. They have all these Hemingway novels made into posters for movies, and then it's just License to Kill, and you're like, which one of these is not like the other? And it's because I think they shot something there. If I recall correctly, I could be completely off base, but there's certainly a movie there that you're like, these don't go together.
No, I know for a fact it's License to Kill that something is shot there for it.
Yeah.
I mean, that has nothing to do with this movie, but
It's a beautiful
good to know.
property. It's a nice little property.
Oh, yeah. Okay, You Can't Take It With You, 1938. Another Frank Capra movie. This one, I think, is one of Frank Capra's most underrated movies.
Okay.
I bet most people, if they watched it, would say it's completely over-sentimental. And I can't really argue with that. It truly is. But this is like a love letter to the weirdos out there.
Okay.
It's like this boarding house that takes all these weird people in. They all have like weird hobbies and stuff. Like one person's blowing up fireworks and shit in the basement. One guy's like making little trinkets out of wood and stuff. And it's just it's about this guy who goes around influencing people and just being like, hey, why are we taking life so serious? Why are we doing this? It's just pointing out the fact of like, hey, life can be fun if you want it to be.
Hey,
and then,
it works. It works.
Yeah, and then you get Jimmy Stewart with Jean Arthur, two of my favorite actors of all time. And she's a part of like she's a part of the weirdo family, and he's a part of like this stuck-up business people family, and they're trying to make it work. It's fun. It's definitely sentimental.
Spielberg before Spielberg, sentimental.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. This is like over the top Spielberg though. Like that's what Frank Capra's kind of known for. But I don't mind it. I actually love it.
What's that romance movie that Spielberg did? Oh my god, it's driving me insane. It's Richard Dreyfuss. He's a pilot or whatever. John Goodman's in that movie.
Oh,
I watched a third of it, and then I was just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's the one. The only Spielberg movie I've only seen once.
Yeah,
and I don't like it. It sucks.
It's way too sappy. Way too sappy.
I have to look it up because it's gonna fucking bother me.
Yeah, it's gonna drive me insane. I was about to do the exact same thing.
Always,
yes. It's giving. Yes. Is it always level of sentimentality?
Yeah, probably. That's probably fair to say.
That's some sentiment right there. But at least it sounds like there's some oddball characters and some fun.
Yeah, it's like all Frank Capra movies. It's very witty and very fun.
Okay.
I really love this movie, so I'd say it's a B+.
Wow.
So put it at the top of B.
I thought for the way you were talking about this is going to be A territory right away.
This is like B plus A minus range for me. Okay. I think most people would probably put it in C, if not C minus. Like, I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea, but I've said many times, I do not mind sentiment in a movie.
No.
Okay, next, 1939.
Rounding out the 30s.
One of the most famous movies on the list. Probably like the signature Best Picture winner in most people's mind.
It's certainly the signature early winner. Where if someone's gonna name something pre Godfather, they're gonna probably pick Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that it was usually considered the best movie ever made.
Yeah.
For like 50 years. Even though I completely disagree.
It was wild. There's no Citizen Kane in here. There's a lot of those movies that people think are the best of all time. They're not even in this. They didn't win.
I mean, 1939 is definitely one where it's like they could not go wrong with picking pretty much any nominee. Every single movie that year is good.
Okay.
You get Stagecoach from John Ford. You get Wizard of Oz. You get Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, another Frank Capra movie that I absolutely love. I would have preferred either of those two to win over Gone with the Wind, but Gone with the Wind is really hard to rank here. Because on one level, as a production, this is like A S tier.
This is superb. It looks better than anything of that time.
Yes, but then on a story level and like how much I hate the like the tragedy of the South getting defeated, that kind of narrative.
Yeah.
I hate so much. And there's a lot
for
of
rightful reasons, Dylan.
Yeah. And well, I mean, there's some people who are like apologists for the South still to this day.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely like the portrayal of like the noble South that I can't
They had
stand.
somehow had a moral character that was better than what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So throw this in C just because.
Oh.
Like I said, if it was based purely on production, this is an A or an S.
Where are we going with it? Mutiny on the Bounty, Grand Hotel, where are we going?
Let's throw it up in the top of C. Because even though I don't personally like it more than either of those two,
sure,
it's definitely better made. Like, it's hard to argue with the artistry of Gone with the Wind.
I think this is a great. This should be a study for us in a future episode or a future special of what balance do you give of criticism for production quality, themes, plot, like how much does that impact your evaluation of a film? Because as you stated, and as I kind of brought up, anything pre-Godfather, if someone's going to name a Best Picture winner or just a movie in general, before The Godfather, they're probably going to pick Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
And Gone with the Wind, I watched it when I was like 10. I haven't watched it since.
It's a struggle to get through every single time.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that it's 4 fucking hours long.
It's 4 hours. It's a long-ass movie. It's the only double videotape we ever had. I remember that.
No, Titanic also was.
Oh, I forgot we had Titanic. For some reason, I forgot we had Titanic. I knew Titanic was a double cassette, but because I remember Mom bought it from like that. There was a rental store that we like never went to, and it was in that plaza that was close to like the Delta, across from the like our childhood dentist office.
Yeah,
and all that shit in Oshkosh, and they had those brown cases.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. So
and it was like written on there with Scotch tape or something.
It was like tape and Sharpie, which I love. I love that vibe. It's so much fun, right?
Yeah. Like I said, it's hard to rank Gone with the Wind because everything about it is good, except I despise the story and the sentiment of it.
So there's a moral reason behind this. Really.
And really, I don't have a problem with the movie. I have a problem with the book because it's based off that.
I think what's really interesting here is, again, it goes back to how much does our modern sensibility affect this? Because I'm assuming there's a reason this shit was made so frequently. Like almost half the movies you brought up, you have a moral quandary with.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's race relations that are still not great, but they've come a long way from fucking 1930s.
Yeah. Hattie McDaniel wins Best Supporting Actress for this. She's black. And she wasn't even allowed to sit with the other people.
Yeah, it's
like
so
all the nominees at the time. So it's just like, it's awful in terms of optics.
Well, also, like, it's one of those, what do you not understand? What are you not getting? Like, you are making the progress to show this woman did such a good job. We have to reward her for her performance. That's great. That's a step in the right direction. Awesome. But we still don't want her to sit with us. It's like, come the fuck on. What do you not get? Like, what are you not understanding?
In terms of cinematography, Gone with the Wind's probably in the top 3.
Of all of them?
Of all of them. Like,
wow.
Straight up one of the most beautiful movies ever to look at. It's just I don't want to watch it.
We'll do a special on this another time. Because I will say, I probably have to rewatch Gone with the Wind as much as I don't want to. I probably have to just to bone up on it. But that's the 1930s, right?
Yeah. To illustrate that point, on my 2019-2020, I gave it a 2.25. So it's like it shows I really have a hard time judging it. I also wrote down my personal choice of what should win each year.
Oh, nice.
And I I said Wizard of Oz. I think most people would agree with that nowadays.
Well, what are the nominees that year? It's Wizard of Oz, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
You got Wizard of Oz, you got Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, you got Stagecoach, you got Love Affair, you got Wuthering Heights.
Speaking of which, just came out as of recording, hasn't come out yet, the remake, but as of the release of this video.
Yes, one of the many adaptations of that.
Yeah.
It's fine. That version, I don't love it, but and then you also got Of Mice and Men. You got a couple more. There's like 9 nominees that year.
Oh, so it was before they went to the 5. They went to the 5 strict.
Yeah, this is still at the time when they kind of just fucking did what they wanted. Like 1927, there's 3 nominees.
Kind of a vibe. So it's baseball Hall of Fame-ish, where there's years where they're stacked because they have to be, and then there's years where no one gets in because they're like, no one that's up for voting deserves to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that at all. I kind of like it. That's why I like the more modern one where it's anywhere from 8 to 10, because it's like, okay, it's at least you're showing it takes a level to get nominated at least.
Well, that's it. I'm just, because I'm going to probably parse this because it's going to be such a big, long video. I'm going to parse this out. This is a really good spread for the 20s and the 30s of quality for you.
Yeah. Of these ones, I would only recommend the B and A's. You can completely skip C tier.
Even Gone with the Wind.
To me, I say you can skip it unless you really, really want to watch it for the production value.
Fair enough.
It also wins a shitload of Oscars that year.
Rightfully so, for the technical aspects.
I was going to say, it does deserve. It's hard to argue. 1940, you got Rebecca. This is Alfred Hitchcock's only movie to win Best Picture. He does not win Best Director, though. So this is I'm torn between B. I'll put it in B. Let's put it at the top of B. Now, I personally love it more than You Can't Take It With You? No. But I think most people would.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying top of B. A solid thriller. Literally, that's about as simple as it gets. It's like a very... kind of reminds me of Wuthering Heights, honestly, in terms of story, where it's like... it feels like there's a ghost living in the relationship. That's like what the whole movie's about.
Yeah. I know. Rebecca's a book that I've had to read before.
Yes.
Or I've had to cover. Didn't read it, but I've had to cover it.
I've always wanted to read it. I just never got around to it.
It's one of those really interesting books that I know plenty of the story and I actually would like to read, but it also came at the height of me working the most I had ever worked at the same time while taking the biggest course load of material to cover. And I was like, there's not even a chance I'm going to skim this book. This is going to be a Cliff Notes and I'm going to talk about it from the Cliff Notes. Yeah,
I don't blame you there. That happens a lot with English degrees.
Yeah.
I also did that.
It's a lot of reading and a lot of analysis. And what I found hilarious was when we had the same, 3 instructors. And everyone had at least 2 to 3 classes with the same instructor. And they're like, what do you mean you can't read 50 pages for every class by Thursday? It's like, if you guys do all this together, you're asking us to read a full book in 2 days.
Yeah.
And some of us can barely read 50 pages in 2 days by the speed we have and the time we have, man. There's a lot of picking and choosing, and I it's one of those where I wish I wish I could have just said, guys, for a fact I'm not going to read this. For a fact I'm not going to do it. So don't ask.
There was definitely times when I did not read what I was supposed to.
There's just no time when you have that. Unless you are not working and you have a balanced course load, you can't do it. It's just not physically possible.
Yeah.
And if you want to sleep and eat and live a normal life, you can't do it.
Did you ever watch Rebecca?
No, I want to, though.
Yeah, it's solid. I wouldn't even say it's near my top 5 of Hitchcock movies, which is funny considering it's the only one that won.
Do they just have it in for Hitchcock? Do they just not like his style?
Tough to say because he does get nominated a couple times, but never wins. Like the only Oscar he ever won was for like a lifetime achievement kind of thing.
The Tom Cruise of his day.
Unless he technically was a producer, then technically he could have won for Rebecca, but
right.
I don't think he was a producer. I think he's only directing at that time. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to mention this. Because you know Universal movies, like classic monsters, you know Carl Laemmle?
Yeah. Lumley, yeah.
Yes, he worked in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
No fucking way.
And he was the owner/founder of Universal.
Yeah. What did he do in Oshkosh? The fuck? What?
I read about it a couple.
By the way, for those who don't know, Dylan and I both grew up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Dylan still resides there. It's a town of 65,000 people. It's roughly about here in the state, roughly.
Yeah, he in I think it was like the late 1800s. He was like a bookkeeper or a shopkeeper or something in Oshkosh.
Hell yeah, dog!
That's kind of crazy.
Well, that's the thing. He's one of those names that's burned into my brain because of those Universal Monster movies at the time, where it's always produced or owned or whatever by Carl Laemmle, and I always remember that.
Yeah, this is also a time when 5 studios dominates all of movies.
Yeah, there's only 5 studios really. Yeah, it's only the big ones, and that's all it is.
Yeah. Okay, so 1941, How Green Was My Valley? A movie everyone seems to despise because it won over Citizen Kane.
Fair enough.
I think this is a good movie. Do I think it's great? No. Really great cinematography, though. Black and white cinematography, which is my preference in terms of cinematography. This is not yet the point when the Academy has 2 cinematography awards where they separate it, black and white and color. Sure. It's a good movie. Roddy McDowell, do you know who that is?
No.
He's an actor who is just lingered in the system for his entire career, and he's 10 in this movie, maybe.
Oh, wow.
He's really young, but it's a really great child performance. Yeah, I'll say this is a C. I kind of feel the same way about How Green Was My Valley as I do Gone with the Wind, where I respect it a lot, but I don't love it.
Is it?
So let's put it below Gone with the Wind.
All right, I got you.
Still a good movie. I would recommend it. Is it better than Citizen Kane? No. But also, I do think Citizen Kane is overrated.
That's very
hot
fair.
take. Also,
it's one of the biggest plot holes in movie history.
What do you mean?
Rosebud. No one's in the fucking room to hear it.
Oh, yes.
The whole impetus for the movie, no one hears the fucking line. So how would anyone do it?
I feel like it's more at the audience than it is at a person, but
yes, but do you understand what I'm saying though?
Yes, I do.
It's so famous that someone who has not watched Citizen Kane can tell you that it's a giant plot hole.
Yeah, there's definitely a movie that I wish I liked more, but
I think it's just one of those movies where Citizen Kane's always in that top 5 of where I'm I really got to watch this. But every time I muster up the strength to possibly do it, I'm yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Orson Welles is kind of a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
At least later in his life, at this point, he's still a cocky young guy.
Yeah.
I do respect the hell out of him, though, because he was taking on...
We have to.
One of the biggest media moguls at the time. So I do respect that part of it. Okay, Mrs. Miniver. This is the first movie to win Best Picture. That's a World War II movie. It's all about an English family struggling at home. It's like a daughter and a mom, and they're just trying to survive the war. It's fine. It's a C.
Okay.
This is definitely one of those ones where I go, yeah, it's mediocre.
Where am I putting it?
Put it in front of Mutiny on the Bounty.
Okay. And I assume this is where we can start speeding up a hair because there's going to be a lot of the same fare.
Yes. 1943. Casablanca.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
Throw it in S.
Thank you. Let's go.
To me, this is an A, not an S, but I think most people would say S.
I would say S. This is in my top 10 of all time.
Yeah. I don't feel the need to really talk about it. Everyone knows Casablanca.
Here, I'll take 10 seconds for it. Greatest on-screen love story of all time because it's actually realistic. Or one of the greatest love stories of all time because it actually shows the maturity of two people who actually love each other. And I respect it.
Yeah. Also, there's no villain truly except the Germans. Solid.
Yeah, it's Indiana Jones-esque where there is a villain technically, but the real villain is just Nazism. And that is great because Nazis should always be the villain.
Okay, Going My Way is 44.
Alrighty.
If you're not religious, you'll find it boring, like I do.
Fair enough.
This is Bing Crosby.
Okay.
Who I do not care for as an actor or a person.
I mean, he's a pretty shit person from all reports.
He abuses children, so fuck him. This is a put it on C, but the very low end C.
No, I'm just kidding. I've never seen it, so I can't do that. But I got you.
Mostly, I just don't care about this movie. It's just like Grand Hotel, where I go, it's fine. At the time, it was like a fucking craze. It got a sequel, which also got nominated for Best Picture. This is also one of the weird movies where the same performance gets nominated for Best Actor as well as Best Supporting Actor.
Why?
I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Some type of technicality.
Did it win either of them?
Yeah, one Best Actor.
For who?
Oh shoot, what's the guy's name? Barry Fitzgerald, I think it is.
All right, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, some guy that no one cares about anymore. Even though I like him, everything.
I'm not trying to disparage the guy, but he's not notable enough in history for us to remember him. So you know.
Yeah, it's fine. C.
Okay.
Lost Weekend. This is one of the first ones that I would call a PSA movie. Where at any other time, if this wasn't made by a great filmmaker, it'd be very preachy and very annoying. It's all about alcoholism and, being addicted to the drank.
The drank.
If it wasn't made by Billy Wilder, it would not be great, but it is a good movie. Throw this in. Throw it at the top of C.
The top of C. All right.
Because I like it more than I like Gone with the Wind, but I also can't ignore the fact that it is very, very message oriented.
Yeah.
1946. Best Years of Our Lives. This is going to be a personal pick for me.
You really like this movie, if I recall.
Yes. It's in my top 100. This is an A to me. This is a very long movie. It's 3 hours.
Fuck.
It's
you must like it a lot because it breaks a lot of your rules.
Yeah, it tells the story of three guys who come home from war. One of them is an amputee, a non-actor. He wins Best Supporting Actor for it, Harold Russell.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he was really wounded, lost both his hands in the war, but he gives a great performance. Like, it's kind of amazing, the performance he gives in terms of him never acting before. I think it's really fun. There's a lot of great stuff in it. Kind of deals with the ramifications of PTSD, which was not a thing back then, but would have been called shell shock at the time.
Let's say it was a thing. They just didn't respect it or call it what they needed to.
Yes. It's like all about being haunted by the war.
Yeah.
Throw this in A.
Above or below?
Above.
Okay.
It happened one night. Because I like this one a lot.
All right.
Hey, 47, Gentleman's Agreement. This goes right along with The Last Weekend, where it's very, very message oriented. It's all about like a guy who he acts like he's a Jew to see how people respond. And there's like a big I think he's a journalist, and he just goes on this experiment where he sees how people react to him. It's all about anti-Semitism.
If he acts Jewish.
No, just tells them he's Jewish. Not even acting.
Okay. Slightly better, I guess.
No, it's a good message. It's just very forgettable. This is a C for sure. Throw it right in the middle of C.
Right where you want it.
Anywhere will do.
All right, I got you.
Middle of C, very message movie. You get a lot of those around the time. Not just winners, but also nominees.
Sure.
Hamlet, 1948. I don't love Hamlet.
That's more than fair.
Just as a basic Shakespeare. It's one of my lesser Shakespeare things I've seen. I know everyone loves it, but I don't. The thing I always bring up with this movie, there's a fight scene where there's absolutely no music at all during it. And it's the most underwhelming fight scene I've ever seen in my life. So put this in. It's a great performance by Laurence Olivier, but throw it in D. Top of D.
Top of D. Okay, top of D.
If you love Hamlet, you probably will like it, but I will say I like this more than the Kenneth Branagh version, but that's not saying much.
I don't think that's saying a whole heck of a lot there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, it's 100% true to the Shakespeare. Like, they changed nothing about dialogue, nothing.
Fair enough. I mean, you don't want to really fuck with the great texts of all time, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm not saying I'm a big Hamlet fan either, but
49, All the King's Men. Throw this at the bottom of B.
Okay.
This is I think it actually is still pretty topical. It's all about this guy he's like a grassroots campaigner. He gets really popular and then he just becomes absorbed by the power and becomes a shitty person.
Naturally.
But the ending is perfect. I love the ending. I don't want to spoil it. I would really recommend this movie. I think it's, especially in the era we're in now, very, very topical.
Wait, are you saying that the regime that we're currently under in the United States is somewhat corrupt and
yes,
completely shitheads and fucking sucks? By the way, it's our duty. It's our civic duty to remember we do this at least every couple shows. Fuck ICE. Fuck the Trump administration. We hate them. Thank you. Continue.
Yeah, it definitely has the vibes of what is it? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yep.
That's literally the message of the movie, but it's really good. It's a great performance as well. 1950 we're into.
All right, that's the whole 40s tone of the 40s. We're getting a lot of preachy messages, it seems.
You get a lot of messages, and you're also getting a lot of war stuff.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of nominees that are war movies that don't win. I really love the 40s, though, on the whole.
Fair enough.
So, 1950 is all about Eve. Most people would probably put this in A. I'll put it at the top of B.
Okay.
This 100%, this is all about performances. It's nominated for 14 Academy Awards. I think it wins 6 6 or 7 of them, and like half of those 14 are all performance nominees.
Wow.
It's crazy the amount of people nominated in it.
What, they had best picture, they had a best actor, best actress, best, and the best supports as well.
They had 2 best supporting, or no, 2 best actress nominees. I think 2 best supporting actress nominees. It wins best supporting actor. I mean, like, pretty much any performance in the movie gets nominated. It's all about performance. If you're an actor, you probably get a lot more out of it than I do.
Gotcha.
It is a good movie, though. I like the relationship between Betty Davis and I'm blanking on the other chick's name. Ann Baxter.
The other chick's name.
Yeah, Ann Baxter. She gives a really great performance.
That's because she doesn't have Betty Davis eyes. That's the problem.
Let me look here. I just wanted to... So these are the actor nominees. 1 supporting actor, which it wins. 2 best actress nominees, both of them lose. And 2 best supporting actress. But it wins 6 out of the 14 nominees.
Still damn good.
Oh, one of the only ones to get 14 nominees. Okay. Oh, wait, sorry, 13. I think. 1951. An American in Paris. This is a C.
What part of C? What part of C are we looking at here?
Throw it right around Gentleman's Agreement. Either side of it.
Is Gentleman's Agreement supposed to be my line essentially now?
Yeah.
Where I just put it somewhere in there and it'll be fine.
Yeah. And this is one of those musicals that is just perfectly okay.
Alrighty.
It's not super boring. The music is upbeat. It's fun. You get Gene Kelly dancing and singing. That's always fun to watch.
Alrighty.
But it's not anywhere near one of the best musicals of all time. Especially considering next year he does Singing in the Rain.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get nominated for anything. Which is a shame.
Which is hilarious because it's one of the most infamous you need to watch this movies.
Yes.
Maybe that's another special we'll have to do is you have to watch this movies.
Yeah.
Because I think too often when it's brought up in websites do it all the time. It's a great article. It's a great think piece. There's a reason everybody does it. But I think a lot of the time, a lot of the internet sites that do it all really favor old stuff that is classically it's supposed to be in there because everyone talks about it. But it doesn't really go into, for instance, Gone with the Wind is always on the list. And everyone's like, oh my God, masterpiece, blah, blah, blah. And as you just said, you're like, you don't really need to watch Gone with the Wind. If you want to for the production quality and everything else, that's the reason to watch it. But in terms of the rest of the film, it's not necessarily something you have to watch. So I think it'd be really interesting to see from a cultural zeitgeist what you should watch, everything else that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, to me, Singing in the Rain is a top 10 movie for me. So
yeah.
Okay. Greatest Show on Earth. This is an F. Let's throw it at the top of F.
Alrighty. Always happy to get more Fs in there for you.
When I was talking about The Great Ziegfeld and how they just show full stage acts, this is the exact same thing, except with circus acts. It's 3 hours long. The only good thing about this movie is that it influenced Spielberg to become a filmmaker.
Okay.
They show it in The Fabelmans, where they show the train crash sequence and him being super influenced by it. And that's the greatest part about this movie. But the rest of the movie...
Does it deserve to get to 60 point... Let's go with the percentage I passed one of my classes with. A 60.02% simply because it gave us Steven Spielberg. Or does it stick an F because it's that bad? But
it's not even that bad. I mean, I don't enjoy it. It's super boring, and it's like 3 hours and some odd minutes long.
Yeah.
I just hate the movies that just throw any kind of act in their entirety and say that's a movie. Like, there's a separation. There needs to be a separation. Yeah, I hate that movie. This is also one. Oh no, this isn't the one. I'll talk about it in a couple of years. 53 is From Here to Eternity. This is an A.
Oh, wow.
Bottom of A.
Bottom of A.
I don't think most people would put this in A, but I really like this movie. This is another war movie, but it's also a heavily romance movie.
Okay.
The very end of it turns into the Pearl Harbor attack. Most of the movie is just being on the base at Pearl Harbor.
Gotcha.
This is also the movie with the super famous kiss where they're on the beach and the wave comes and crashes over them. That comes from this. That's ripped off in like every single
movie
comedy
ever.
movie,
Yeah,
including Shrek. Yeah, I really like this movie. So I would say an A. Great performances as well. You got Donna Reed, one of the best actresses of all time.
Okay.
That's the person who I say is the most beautiful actress of all time, where you say Lauren Bacall.
Because it's correct.
On the Waterfront. Throw it in the middle of B.
Okay. Where's my dividing line in B now? Is it All Quiet on Western? Like before or after All Quiet is pretty much the dividing line?
Yeah, put it below All Quiet. I feel the exact same way I feel about All About Eve, where it's like, if you love acting, you'll really love this movie.
Okay.
Because this and Cat on the Hot Tin Roof are really the movies that change acting forever.
Yep.
Where Marlon Brando comes in and he's like, I'm going to give up all the theatrical parts of acting and just be very subtle.
Just be a person.
Yeah. Great acting by not just him, but everyone in the cast is great. I don't find it that interesting.
Sure.
It's all about unions and dock workers and shit.
Well, also, I just need to say that poster does Brando a little dirty. It looks a little Joker-esque in the bottom half of his chin and mouth area.
Yeah,
does him a little dirty.
Picture of him.
Yeah, it does him a little dirty. But to be fair, Marlon Brando does a lot of people dirty in terms of working with them. So
true. This also has Elia Kazan, who's like a huge controversial figure. He directed it because he named names during the Red Scare. So he got a lot of people blacklisted.
Fuck that guy.
So everyone's like,
fuck that guy though.
Yeah, there's he wins an Oscar Lifetime Achievement Award in like either the 70s or 60s, and like half the people booed him.
Good.
Which
fuck that
can't
guy.
blame him. Yeah, part of the crowd gave him a standing ovation, and then part of the crowd booed him and like remained sitting.
Good.
Okay, Marty. This is the shortest Best Picture winner. I think it clocks in right around 90 minutes.
Ooh, that's a fun little feature right there.
The problem is it's not a great movie.
Of course.
Yeah, I'd say this is a D. Throw it under Hamlet.
Okay.
This is the problem is this is a movie where there are two people in it. It's pretty much a romantic comedy, really.
Okay.
And the two people in it give really great performances, but they're both extremely awkward characters. So it makes it very uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
That being said, those are the characters and it's great acting from the people, but yeah, it's not fun to watch. I remember at one time, this was my least favorite Best Picture winner.
Gotcha.
But now I appreciate a little bit more of it.
Fair enough.
Okay, 56. Around the World in 80 Days. Throw it in F.
What part of F we looking at? Now I have to have a dividing line in F.
This is very, very similar to Greatest Show on Earth, where I would just, the one word to describe it would be bloated. This is another one that's like 3 hours and some odd minutes. Also, one of the only movies, the only movie on the list of Best Picture winners to not have a Blu-ray release of it, only has a DVD, which drives me crazy in terms of my collection.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, it's just it's fun to see the locations, but that's about it. That's the only praise I'll give it.
Currently, I am keeping Greatest Show on Earth as the top of F tier simply because it gave us Spielberg has had a fair enough.
Yeah, and Greatest Show on Earth has Jimmy Stewart, so they get a little bit of a pass.
Okay, but not the great Ziegfeld.
No, that's just boring.
I like how you told me there's probably going to be 2 Fs, and it is the third most popular.
I'm being a little more critical.
Good, you should be.
Okay, 57. The Bridge on the River Kwai. Throw it in A.
Oh wow, okay. What part A am I looking at here? Best Years of Our Lives. Is it better or worse?
Let's throw it under Best Years, but above It Happened One Night.
Okay. Wow.
One of the less conventional war movies to win, where it's like kind of a man on a mission story rather than,
sure,
a full-blown war, platoons and all that. You get a kind of side story. You also get a really complex view of the Japanese prisoner of war commandant guy.
Gotcha.
Great performance. Everyone gives up a great performance. Alec Guinness, he's the lead. This is definitely one where you should watch it.
Okay.
The only thing I don't like about it is they do a lot of day for night shooting. But at the time, I'm like, cameras really can't film low light situations that well, so they kind of have to do it.
Gotcha.
But when you notice it, it's very noticeable.
Gotcha.
But the fucking Game of Thrones spin-off, House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
They were doing day for night shit. And I was like, what is going on? It was like so obvious day for night, and I was like, this is weird.
It's like the Game of Thrones team just doesn't do a great job with nighttime shoots in general, because you got the whole Battle of Winterfell where you can't see shit. And then you also then have day for night that's like they just can't figure out how to shoot at night. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's weird to see on a big budget day for night. Yeah. That's usually something people do when they have.
That's something we would have to do, if we made it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we'd have to be like, we can do dusk, but we can't fucking do nighttime.
Okay, 58 is Gigi. Bottom of. No, let's put it in top of D.
Top of D.
Bottom of C.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. A lot of great cinematography. I really love how colorful it is. Great Technicolor. It's just not anything that sticks with you.
It's not cute.
Like you'll watch it and probably the next day you'll forget most of it. It's also kind of uncomfortable because it's got like Lolita vibes. It's like a younger girl who's falling in love and stuff. It's just not great.
But it's the girl falling in love for an older person, not an older person going after a younger girl.
There's definitely vibes of that.
Oh, damn. Okay.
For sure.
I was about to say it's the silly immaturity. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, as opposed to
have elements of that.
But it's
for sure
as opposed to the creep version of it, so
it's not as bad as Lolita. I'll say that.
All right, okay.
It's not saying much, so
yeah.
Okay, 59, Ben-Hur.
Rounding out the 50s.
Yes. One of the only movies to win 11 Oscars. One of only 3. I'll give it a B+.
So, All About Eve, Rebecca. Where am I going with this one?
Top of B.
Top of B. Okay.
As a non-religious person, the story's a little bit, how do I say it? That's not, that's fair.
It's shit. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, there are like literal parts where he runs into Jesus Christ, like the Jesus Christ. The problem is
That's because he gets us. Jesus gets us.
this is
So stupid. Whatever.
This is like Gone with the Wind if it wasn't as problematic.
Okay.
Where like the production is amazing. Like we broke down the chariot sequence in the action tournament.
Yeah, and that was a really good. It was too long, but it was good.
Yes, that's how the whole movie is. It's 3 hours and 30 minutes or so.
So you're saying this movie could be 2 hours and 20 minutes if they just cut some shit?
Probably not.
Ah, damn.
I mean, that's what the Ben-Hur remake did, and that movie sucked ass. Yeah, it's a good movie. I love it in terms of production. Some of the biggest scale you'll ever see in a movie. But because I'm not religious, I don't care for the story that much.
Sure.
Because it does like have full-blown like biblical mysticism stuff in it.
Yes.
So
naturally.
Okay. 60, The Apartment.
Let's hold quick for a second. 50s.
Oh, yes.
Good range here, but not a ton of additions towards the top, but some standouts at the top.
Yeah, 50s is a hit or miss. That's how I would describe it.
Well, what you've got? Greatest Show on Earth was a 50s movie, correct?
Yeah.
Around the World in 80 Days. That's 2F. That's 2F tier, right?
And 2D with Gigi and Marty.
Right. So, and then you
also did an A and a B plus.
Yeah. So it's
and 2 B pluses.
2 B pluses and another B. So like, yeah, hit or miss is a great way to say the 50s was up and down.
Yes.
Or how on scale are a lot of these bigger epics that are too long, or is it Ben-Hur as the outlier? Obviously, Ben-Hur will always be an outlier in terms of runtime, but you know what I'm saying? Like, do they favor too much of a runtime or not enough of a runtime?
Oh yeah, this is definitely where we're getting into 3 hours is the norm.
Ugh. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. The Apartment. Right. That's 1960.
Into the 60s.
Billy Wilder. Most people say this has the best screenplay of all time. I don't know if I agree with that, but this is a B plus to me.
Okay.
Throw it at top of B over Ben-Hur.
Wow. Okay.
Because this is like, if you're into directing and writing, definitely it's a great movie.
Sure.
I just don't know if the story is like anything I super care about. It's all about like this guy who's just a pushover and his bosses keep asking to use his apartment to cheat on their wives. Like that's literally the story of it.
Please tell me this is a comedy.
It's like a dark comedy.
Hell yeah! I respect this energy.
Yeah, it's fun, but it also has a little bit more darkness to it, so I like that part of it.
Hell yeah, dude!
It is a great screenplay, a lot of great like understated directing. But yeah, I just don't love it as much as most people do. I think
more than fair.
Okay, West Side Story. 61, the first musical to win in the 60s. Well, you get a lot of them.
I was going to say, it's starting a trend then.
I'll go bottom of A.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is a movie I actually kind of hated when I first watched it, and now I really, really respect it.
Okay.
It also helps that I got more into the music than I did the first time around.
Sure.
Because you get like, it's Leonard Bernstein, so it's like kind of like hard to hit the melodies a lot of the time. It's like very stop-start type of musical. But one of the best looking Best Picture winners for sure.
Okay.
I really like it, really respect it. Performances, not great.
Yeah, I would agree.
A lot of the supporting acting is great. But Natalie Wood and the main actor in it, Not great.
Is it George Sedaris? Sedaris?
I can't remember the guy's name. Wins Best Supporting Actor and Best Supporting Actress, though.
Okay.
Okay. 62, Lawrence of Arabia. Throw it in the S tier.
Above or below?
Below.
Thank you, because the runtime makes it excruciating.
Yes, that's the one problem with Lawrence of Arabia.
It's really long, and it's slow. It's magnificent. I want to make that clear, because when I brought it up on the show a couple times, I was floored at the scope of this. It is truly an epic, but holy fuck, is that runtime bloated? Yes.
In terms of a scale of the movie, the only thing that rivals it is Ben-Hur.
Yeah.
Like, it's truly an epic in like the true sense of the word.
There's this little movie from 2003 that we got to talk about too in scale, but you know.
Yes, but Lawrence of Arabia and Ben-Hur is 100% real production.
Whoa, what are we talking about?
They don't have the benefit of computer-generated anything.
There's plenty of real horsemen in that shot. How dare you?
I know, but there's also thousands of them that aren't real. So, in terms of scale, those two are the biggest.
Lame.
The only other one that can even compete with it is Cleopatra, but that's not a winner.
Yeah.
That's actually nominated the very next year, which is 1963 and Tom Jones.
What is Tom Jones? I've never heard of this movie in my life.
It's a comedy. It's a comedy in like the 1700s, I think it takes place. 1800s? I don't know. Pride and Prejudice times is what I'll call it.
Okay, fine.
Very super unconventional. Like, it's almost borderline experimental at times.
Hell yeah. Respect that.
In terms of the editing. That's my favorite part about the movie is the editing. Other than that, it's fine. Albert Finney gives a good performance. Very chaotic, though.
We're here for chaos. I'm here for that.
But I'll give it a... that one's tough. Top of C.
Top of C. Okay.
I think it's enjoyable, but would I totally recommend it? Probably not.
Okay. On to another musical.
Yep, My Fair Lady. Yeah, musical you've seen, right?
No, I have not. I need to.
Oh,
it's been recommended by so many, but I slowed on the movies. My goal, I went realistic this year, and now my goal is 50 movies because I probably won't hit 50 movies I haven't seen because I'm playing so many games for this channel that we're currently streaming
on. This is another 3-hour long movie.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I know you are not crazy about it. You always tell me if you want to watch Audrey Hepburn, go watch Roman Holiday. Don't go watch My Fair Lady.
Throw it at the top of D. I'm tempted to go C-, but C already has so much in there that I'm going to go D.
Okay.
The only reasons to watch this movie are for really great colorful cinematography, costume design, and production design. Those are the only reasons I'd watch it.
Not even a performance whatsoever.
I mean, Audrey Hepburn's doing a Cockney accent. It's not great. When she starts becoming like the refined Elizabeth Doolittle, then it's really great because she's just Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, she's just herself and she gets to be herself. Yeah.
Yes. This is also Rex Harrison, and Stewie Griffin is 100% based off Rex Harrison in this movie. Like, that's just, I'm pretty sure Seth MacFarlane has said that. So in terms of that, I enjoy it, but yeah. I also don't care for the story of My Fair Lady.
That's fair.
Yeah. Very forgettable is what I'd say.
Sure.
Okay. Sound of Music.
Great movie.
I'm going to say it's an A. Throw it above It Happened One Night.
Okay. That's the new dividing line there.
I think so.
All
I
right.
think I like this more than most people do, actually. I don't know if most people would say it's an A.
I fell in love with this movie. And as you know, we talked about this on the show. This was I got to watch this movie for the show. This was not got to watch Sound of Music and catch up because I'm not generally a musical fan, especially a classical musical like a My Fair Lady, where I'm like, I've avoided like that like the plague for a reason.
Yeah.
That movie's impeccable. Sound of Music's so goddamn good.
Yes, there's a reason it's like universally beloved.
Well, Julie Andrews, of many of the well-known characters from these obvious like Best Picture winners, one of the most endearing characters you will ever find in cinema.
Oh yeah,
She's
Julie
so
Andrews,
endearing.
she's likability to the nth degree.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
She doesn't win Best Actress this year.
Plus-
She won it the year before for Mary Poppins.
And again, universal rule: Nazis, villains equals good movie.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think I need to talk about Sound of Music. It's great.
We have a full show on it. If you want to go check it out, it's we highly recommend that one.
A Man for All Seasons.
What the hell is this movie?
So this is about the whole Church of England thing, where you have like the guy who I can't remember it's Thomas More, the guy who refuses.
Hold on one second, Dylan. And we are back in with kind of a little new look for A Man for All Seasons, correct?
Yes.
All right, where are we at?
This one's a C. Middle of C.
Okay. Under gentleman's agreement, I assume, is the dividing line.
Let's put it above.
All righty.
This one, though, you definitely need to know your history, because this is all about when King Henry VIII is like, hey, dudes, I want to fuck other women. How do I do this? Let me get a divorce. And then they're like, no. So he's like, fuck it, I'll make my own church.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it's all. It's like a courtroom drama. It's actually pretty good, but if you don't know the history.
A courtroom drama of historical significance. Fun.
If you don't know the history, it's an F, because you'll just be confused the whole fucking time.
I think that's more than fair.
In the Heat of the Night, this is a personal choice. S tier.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think most people would put it in A, but I love this movie so much.
Does it go above, below? Where's it going?
I think right where it is good.
Mm-hmm.
You got Sidney Poitier slapping a white dude. What's not to like? It's great.
I like how all it takes is racial justice, and you're like, yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see in the 60s. Yeah, it's like a crime investigative thriller. It's good.
Gotcha.
I love it. Okay, Oliver. D. Let's put it under My Fair Lady.
Under My Fair Lady. You got it.
I feel the exact same way I do about My Fair Lady with Oliver, where it's just great production. I just don't give a shit about the musical. Yeah, it's just fine.
Fair enough.
Midnight Cowboy. I know most people actually like this movie quite a bit. I'm going to throw it in C.
Okay.
C.
Above or below the dividing line. That's all I need to know.
Throw it right above Going My Way. So like the very end of C.
Alrighty. No problem.
Because I do like it more than Going My Way, but I don't get the appeal for this movie, honestly. Great performances by Jon Voight and Dustin Hoffman, but other than that, I don't care for it.
What is Midnight Cowboy even about?
It's about this guy who's super full of himself, who's Jon Voight, and he goes to New York and he's just trying to make a living, and he thinks he's going to be really big, but he's not. And then he meets Dustin Hoffman, who's like this scummy con artist type dude.
Interesting.
There's really no like basic plot story to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's just kind of like I don't know. This is what I would compare to like all the classic novels where they don't have a huge central plot.
Yeah.
Okay, Patton. Throw it in B minus. Very end of B.
Okay.
Good performance. Not a great war film if you're looking for combat. There's one great tank sequence, but that's about it.
All right.
George C. Scott's really great, even though he, by all accounts, is nothing like Patton.
Well, he refuses the Oscar, correct?
Yes.
What was the grounds for that?
Great question. I don't remember.
Huh.
But him and Marlon Brando both did. Yeah, they do show this scene where Patton slaps the soldier in the face because he calls him a coward, even though he was suffering from PTSD.
God damn.
Real life thing. It's a good movie, but if you're looking for war movies, I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, fair enough.
French Connection.
Oh, hold on. Is Patton the end of the 70s or the beginning of the 70s, right?
That's 1970.
Okay, so 60s, let's just recap a hair, right? A lot of musicals.
Yes. That's the main takeaway is musicals.
It's just musicals, and we're getting into giant runtimes as the norm. Or that's set as the norm now.
Yeah. And I would mark In the Heat of the Night is a little bit of a turning point. Because in 1967, you have like 5 genuinely great classic movies all nominated. And then In the Heat of the Night is like a transition point between old Hollywood glitz glamour into more gritty, realistic stuff.
Sure.
Which that's the through line in the 70s. Yeah, 60s it's just a lot of like overbloat.
Fair enough.
French Connection, 71. Let's put it just above Patton.
Just above Patton, no problem.
Yeah. There's it's a good crime thriller. I don't know if it's all that well remembered or liked.
Yeah.
I feel like most people know what the French Connection is, but they've never seen it.
I will say, I saw it. I was not floored.
Yeah, it's one of the lesser crime thrillers in my mind.
I think it's more of an echo of the time is why people will rewatch it, but I don't think it's a great movie.
No. It's that I wouldn't even say it's William Friedkin's best movie, so okay, Godfather. Throw it in S.
What part of S?
Top.
Oh, it's the tippy top.
I don't personally love it as much as most people do, especially like film bros. But it's undeniably a fantastic movie.
I actually struggle with that now. I really do. My issue with it is it's a giant ass novel, and I understand it, and they're pretty faithful adaptation wise.
Yeah, I've never read it.
But it never picks up the pace. Ever.
Oh no, it's very deliberate.
It's just, and the thing is this, like, I think there's a difference between a slow burn and a deliberate just, train coming to a stop that only moves 1 mile per hour. It never picks up the pace. And while it's a really interesting world and vibe, the more I become removed from The Godfather, the more I go, yeah, it's an overrated movie. I think it's obviously great for performance, production. It's groundbreaking. I'm not going to say it doesn't have a huge impact, right? But it certainly is one where I'm like, this is so fucking boring. And I used to really enjoy it. Now I'm kind of like...
Unlike Citizen Kane, I have no problem when people say this is one of the best films ever made. Like, I do agree.
And I mean, I understand I'm biased because I love Casablanca, but if it were me, I would put it after Casablanca because Casablanca at least has pacing and timing.
Sure, it is also an hour shorter.
Yeah.
Which helps.
Because I look at it, I'm like, is The Godfather better than Lawrence of Arabia? Yes. And it's a similar runtime. But is it better than Casablanca? I'm not sure.
Yeah. I actually really like the first Godfather. I think Godfather Part 2 is the overrated one.
I think they're both overrated, but I think Godfather Part 2 is wildly overrated.
But I think most people do like Part 2 more, which is the weird thing.
Yeah.
Okay, The Sting.
Great movie.
Perfectly enjoyable romp.
Yep.
Is what I would say.
Yep.
I'm going to throw this in A.
Alrighty.
Above The Sound of Music.
Fair enough.
This is like, if you've never seen it, it is just fun.
It's a really fun movie. Paul Newman, Robert Redford together. They're just having a grand old time.
Yeah, it's great. Okay. Godfather Part 2, I'll throw in A as well. I think I'll throw it under Best Years, above Bridge.
Okay.
Again, it's like undeniably a great movie. I just think it gets a little bit lost when they turn to like the Vegas parts of it.
Yeah.
I find that way less interesting.
I think honestly, you know what I think saves this movie is the ending.
I think what saves it is all the flashback stuff.
I didn't really find the flashback stuff to be that interesting. Strangely enough. Yeah.
I enjoyed the Robert De Niro parts of Part 2 way more than I like most of the modern stuff.
It was fine. It was fine, but it's also, I think the ending in which you actually are like, holy shit, he's actually going to take out his brother. And they do it.
Yeah, the ending is great.
Spoiler alert for a movie that's over 50 years old, but it's the one time that you go, holy shit, they actually did it. And I think that really helps that movie because it ends on a higher note than the vast majority of the film ever does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly, people would think this is heresy. I'd say Godfather Part 2 is skippable.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with that, but
I'm not saying, I just don't think it has to be seen. I don't think you have to do it.
I mean, I'd say that about most movies.
Yeah.
The only two I'd say you can't skip are Schindler's List and Jaws.
Well, also Wild America, obviously.
Sure. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975.
Alrighty.
I feel this way about a lot of them is performance-based winner. So this is a B to me. Because, like, Jack Nicholson is undeniably great in the 70s.
Sure.
He gives a lot of great performances. I don't love this movie as much as most people do. I think it's good. I think there's a lot of great acting in it. Like, the whole cast is great. You even get Christopher Lloyd in there.
Hey.
Yeah, and a early Brad Dourif, which is fun to see. But I don't think it has aged as well as stuff like Jaws.
Sure.
So, yeah, I'd say B. Middle of B.
All right. No problem.
Okay, Rocky. You put One Flew in C.
Oh, shit. My bad. Thank you.
Rocky, I'm going to throw at the bottom of B as well.
Okay.
Because I really respect Rocky in terms of, like, they kind of created the blueprint for what a sports movie is. But at the same time, I don't love Rocky as much as most people do.
That's because it's not that great of a movie.
I think most people would probably put it in top B, A- range.
That's wild. That's a ridiculous concept.
But a lot of people love Rocky just as a franchise.
And those people are crazy. Those are all people from Philadelphia that you can't trust their opinion anyways, because they're all Eagles fans anyways. You can't trust that opinion.
I think I don't love sports movies as much as a lot of people do, though.
And the thing is this, I love a sports movie, as you know. I adore a sports movie, but I was not, when we watched Rocky a couple months ago for the show, I was not wowed. I just went, okay, cool. It's a good movie. I'm not here sitting like terrible movie. You know, if I say terrible movie, it's a joke when it comes to Rocky. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, so good. Like, it's fine.
I really like the grit of the first one more than I like every other sequel.
Yeah.
Because they kind of forget all that at some point. So I do like how grounded it is at the beginning. Okay, 77, Annie Hall. Definitely a movie that's hard to rank nowadays.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. Because you have Woody Allen, who not only directs it, but he also writes and stars in it.
Yep.
So it is kind of hard to look past that at times. I have a pretty good sense of like separating art from artist. This is one that I actually would have. I always love this one, but on my last go around watching it, I didn't love it as much. So I'd say B minus. Let's say right above Patton.
Right above Patton. No problemo.
One of the few comedies also to win Best Picture, which is kind of refreshing.
Okay. No problem.
Diane Keaton's is honestly the best part of the movie.
Diane Keaton's generally the best part of every movie, Diane Keaton's.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Diane Keaton. Come on now.
Okay, Deer Hunter. Another movie that this is going to be personal. I'm going to throw it in top of B.
Alrighty.
Above, right below Ben-Hur.
Right below Ben-Hur. No problemo. Here we go.
I think most people would probably put it in bottom of B, maybe even C. I like this movie way more. The first full hour of the movie, everyone hates because it's so boring. It's like they're in the Rust Belt, and then eventually they start going to Vietnam.
Okay, you're like, no, they're just in the Rust Belt. Who cares?
They're in the Rust Belt. They're fucking mill workers or some shit. The first full hour is like a wedding sequence. It's slow at the beginning, but I really like the movie. Yeah, I think most people would say it's too long and boring, but I actually really enjoy it.
Hey, it's fair. Is that 79?
79 is Kramer versus Kramer.
Okay.
This is a lot like a lot of the ones in the 40s where it's very PSA message based. So I'm going to throw it where I did those, right in C. Above Gentleman's Agreement. Yeah. Because Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman are fantastic in it. A lot of performance-based stuff, honestly, in the 70s. Yeah. Honestly, most of the people who win Best Actor or Actress that year win Best Picture. It is at times. Yeah. Because I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Let me look at my list here. So you got Patton. George C. Scott wins Best Actor for it. French Connection I'm fairly certain Gene Hackman wins that year. Trying to remember. I think he does, Best Actor. And then The Godfather, Marlon Brando wins. The Sting, neither of them win. Godfather Part 2 doesn't win, even though most people think Al Pacino should have. And then One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest both wins Best Actor and Actress. And then Annie Hall wins Best Actress. Deer Hunter wins Best Actor. Think. Oh no, Richard Dreyfuss won that year. And then Kramer versus Kramer wins Best Actor too. So like it is very heavily influenced in the 70s in terms of acting. 70s is probably my favorite decade, honestly. Yeah. 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 Okay, getting into 80s. Ordinary People. This one's tough because I never really love it, but I really want to love it. All the performances are great in it. It's directed by Robert Redford. Doesn't star him. Who's the chick who she had her own sitcom? Mary Tyler Moore. She's the lead actress in it. She's fantastic. She's a total bitch in the movie, though. Yeah, that's true. She's like kind of unlikable in it, but at the same time, it's like a very realistic portrayal of a family.
Yeah.
I'll go bottom of B.
All right, bottom of B for you. I got you.
I feel like this one, if I rewatch it now, because it's been quite a bit since I've seen it, this is one I've only seen twice.
Okay.
I think if I rewatch it now, I'll like it more.
Sure.
Chariots of Fire. Should I go D or F?
You still have to decide on Cavalcade. So is it worse than Cavalcade?
Throw Cavalcade in F.
Okay.
Throw Chariots of Fire in D minus.
All right.
Chariots of Fire is one. Every time I watch it, I like it less. It's both boring and as like there's a very it's not a religious movie, but spirituality and religion has a huge part in it because it's like all about one of the characters who's like super into God and everything. It's boring as fuck, honestly.
Yeah.
The best part about it is the score. So just
that's what makes it iconic. The Chariots.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason Chariots of Fire is known is because of the score. No one. I've never seen that movie. I have no idea what the fuck the movie's about.
Yeah, it won over Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is a shame.
Well, that's absolute horseshit because that's the greatest movie of all time. Acknowledge your tribal chief.
Gandhi is 82. Throw this in C.
Above or below the dividing line?
Let's go below Gentleman's Agreement.
Alrighty.
Only because Gandhi's just too long. There's parts of it that are great, like again, Ben Kingsley is fantastic, even though he would never be cast as Gandhi nowadays.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Well, I don't know if they make another Gandhi movie ever again.
I would assume not.
Well, beyond that, also like Gandhi is far more complex of a figure than people believe.
Yes. This is definitely a whitewashed version of Gandhi.
Yes. Because it's funny having now North Indian friends that are family, and like someone will just do the classic, like, oh, it's not like they do something nice, like, well, it's not like you're Gandhi, and he'll be like, Gandhi fucking sucked. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then you hear the North Indian take on it, you're like, holy fuck, yeah, like, I get it.
I mean, at the end of the day, is he more good than he is bad? Yeah, probably, but
Yeah, but it's not 100-0 like people are thinking.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's far more complex and absurd than people realize.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the ones that's super skippable.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I would say below. I think the full C tier is ones where I'd go, you don't have to watch it. Like, even as a film person.
Even Gone with the Wind.
Again, I would say, yeah, I'd skip it.
Okay.
If you're not into, like, super great production and you actually want to watch something for the story, yeah, definitely skip it.
All right, fair enough.
Terms of endearment. This is another one that I think most people respect more than I do. See above Gentleman's Agreement.
Alrighty. Which ergo means it is skippable.
Yes. Again, great performances, but I don't love it.
That's fair.
It's another family drama that, give or take, like, some people that's going to hit for, some people it's not.
Yeah.
And it does not for me.
More than fair.
You do get a super young Jeff Daniels, though.
Hey.
That's always fun to see.
Great actor. Underrated.
Yeah, he is underrated. Amadeus. I'm going to go A.
Wow. Okay.
It's
not a universally loved movie.
Yes. I've always loved it. First time I watched it, I really liked it. It is long. It's 3 hours.
Woof.
Let's go bottom of A.
Bottom of A. You got it.
Right above West Side Story, actually. I do like it more than that.
No problem.
Again, great performances. A lot of performance-based stuff in the 80s. I would say F. Murray Abraham might be one of the best actor wins of all time in terms of performance. Like, he is fantastic in it.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Out of Africa. Bottom of D.
Whoa.
Above Chariots of Fire, though.
Wow, okay.
Because Out of Africa is just as boring as Chariots of Fire, but it looks better.
But it doesn't have the score, so they're about equal.
And Out of Africa is long as fuck. It's 3 hours. And it is pretty boring, honestly.
I saw it on Netflix a couple months ago where they're like, oh, I think it was because of Robert Redford's passing. They had Out of Africa. And I was like, I should watch that. But I didn't even know they didn't even do a good job saying it was a Best Picture winner. I was just like, okay, it's some Robert Redford movie. All right, cool.
Yeah. Super forgettable, honestly. Like, I could watch it tomorrow and I'd forget it the next day.
Damn.
Platoon 86.
Alrighty.
I'm torn between B+ and A-.
Certainly a different film than a lot of what we have up on screen right now.
This is definitely a traditional war movie.
Yeah.
Like, there is actually quite a bit of combat in it. Let's go B+.
B+. Where's our divider then? All About Eve, Deer Hunter, Rebecca.
Let's go below Ben-Hur.
Below Ben-Hur, no problem.
Because I do think it is a better war movie than Deer Hunter, and it doesn't have quite as long of a drag as Deer Hunter.
Okay.
Have you seen Platoon?
No, I have not.
It's good.
It's another one of the Eternal. I got to get to that.
Yeah, every time I watch it, I actually like it more, so that's always a good sign. Even though I kind of despise Oliver Stone.
He's a weird cat.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the year.
He's a weird cat, man.
Okay, Last Emperor. This one, on my 2019-2020, I gave a 4.25.
Whoa! I've never heard of this movie in my life, so.
And I remember the first time I watched it, I probably would have given it like a C-D.
Wow.
I actually really love this movie. I'll go bottom of A.
Whoa! I'd never heard of this movie, so that's why I'm like, that's crazy.
It is long, I will say. It is long. It's another 3 hour. But I think, along with Gone with the Wind, I think it's probably one of the most beautiful movies to look at on the list.
Okay.
It is gorgeous. This one, that's another one where you kind of need to know the history. Not as much as you do with A Man for All Seasons, but it does definitely help.
Sure.
Driving Miss Daisy. Throw it in. I'm torn. F or D?
It's become quite reviled over time.
Yes, it has, because it's boring as fuck. Throw it in D-. I won't give it an F.
Why won't you give it an F? That's the only question I have to ask.
I mean, Morgan Freeman's at least likable.
Also, we didn't do Rain Man, by the way.
Sorry, we skipped Rain Man.
Here, we'll go. I'll put it at the bottom of D for now.
Yeah.
And then we'll do Rain Man.
Rain Man, top of B.
Top of B over The Apartment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another performance-based movie. Even though Tom Cruise doesn't get nearly enough credit as he should, because he is fantastic in it.
Isn't it movies like Rain Man and The Firm where he's doing a lot of heavy lifting and doesn't get nominated that he do you think that's the reason he finally just goes, fuck it, I'm just gonna be Tom Cruise, I don't care?
I think he just kind of gave up on it, honestly, because he was doing that into the 90s.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is like he's even doing that kind of stuff.
Even as late as 99 with Magnolia, he's doing like serious acting.
Vanilla Sky in 2001 or whatever. Yeah, like he's not doing just Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I would love to see him return to that, because legitimately he is just as good as Dustin Hoffman in Rain Man.
Well, the thing is, he's in that new Inarritu movie coming out that should be Digger, I think it's called, and I'm excited to see what that's going to be for him.
Yeah, I hope that's a return to that kind of form for him.
Yeah,
I doubt it will be, but okay. Driving Miss Daisy, like I said, I'm putting it in D only because Morgan Freeman is Morgan Freeman, and he's one of the most likable people ever. If it weren't for him, it would be an F.
But it's lesser than Chariots of Fire and Out of Africa.
Yeah. It also has a Hans Zimmer score, which is weird.
Huh.
It's like a very I would call like Hans Zimmer meets elevator music.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're into the 90s.
So 80s. What is the big change of the 80s? What is the things that you're seeing?
I think 80s is kind of like a version of the 60s where it's a lot of bloated shit and then some really great stuff.
Okay.
Because you do get multiple 3-hour plus movies in the 80s.
Well, also, I'm just looking. 3 of the 80s films are the bottom of the D tier for you, which says a lot.
But then you also have like a couple great movies.
Platoon.
Like I love
Rain Man, Last Emperor.
Amadeus. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say the 80s is where it starts becoming, the Academy becomes like a meme where it's like, oh, these are Academy Award movies.
Gotcha.
Kind of where like Oscar bait starts.
Well, you can certainly see it because is Rain Man the most popular of all of them? Maybe besides maybe Platoon. Platoon and Rain Man are the only two that are like both that are both Oscar movies and normal people will watch them.
Yes. I mean, you do have a lot of like great pop movies in terms of nominees, but not a lot of winners.
That's the thing is the 80s had incredible films like Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, you have Empire in 1980, Back to the Future in 85. This is not an era in which it's just pop movies are pop movies. They're incredible film.
You also get E.T.
Yeah.
in 82. Like, there are great
What's the
movies.
nominee of 82?
Gandhi wins.
Would you say E.T. is a better movie than Gandhi?
Yes.
Without question.
And it will 100% stand the test of time, unlike Gandhi.
Yeah. Okay. And that's the thing is like there are too many really good popular movies of the 80s that are better than because what 85 is Out of Africa, correct?
Yeah.
Would anyone ever want to watch Out of Africa more than Back to the Future?
No.
And would anyone say Back to the Future is worse than Out of Africa?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of the technical stuff gets won by movies that are probably way more well remembered.
Yeah.
Than the actual Best Picture winners. Okay, 90 is Dances with Wolves. This is going to be another personal one because I think Dances with Wolves gets a lot of hate.
It does.
But I love it. I'm going to put it in B.
Where's your divider?
I'm going to put it
Is it B minus, B, or B plus?
Let's put it right between All About Eve and Rebecca.
Wow, okay. Yeah, it gets really a lot. It gets a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's because it won over Goodfellas, and everyone's like, "Oh, Goodfellas is the best movie ever."
Oh, you're talking Movie Bros?
Yes, that Film Bros love Goodfellas.
I like Goodfellas, but I'm not going to sit here and stake my life on it. You know,
I actually think it's a better movie than Dances with Wolves. I just hate the discourse in terms of because that didn't win, Dances with the Wolves is now a worse movie.
Gotcha.
Because of that. Gotcha. I hate that way of thinking. Is Dances with Wolves too long? Yeah.
It's a Kevin Costner movie. Of course it's too long.
But it also is one of the best looking movies on this list.
Fair enough.
Also, I have a sweet spot for movies that show off animals.
Yes, you do.
And it shows off wolves and buffalo.
Which is two of your favorite.
Yes.
One of these days we're going to have to release some of your wildlife footage from Yellowstone, just so people can understand why you love Dances with Wolves.
Silence of the Lambs, 91. Throw it in S.
I was going to say that's got to be S tier. Where's the divider?
I'm going to put it at the top.
I would agree with that. I'd agree with that.
I think this movie becomes better by the year. I think more people love it by the year, and I think it's going to age better by the year.
Well, look at it. It's already over 30 years old, and it keeps getting better.
Well, it keeps becoming more popular, too, somehow.
Well, is there even a remote answer that's close for psychological thriller that even touches Silence of the Lambs? Is there another one of that ilk that you're like, or is Silence of the Lambs just the undisputed king of that genre?
I would say that, yes, but I also would say my personal taste, I think Zodiac, stuff like that is up there too.
Right.
But yeah, in terms of Oscars, it's one of the few movies that can be considered horror that wins.
Yeah.
Anything, really.
Yeah.
So, and it wins, the top 5 is what it's called, where it wins picture, director, actor, actress, and a screenplay award.
That's wild.
It's one of the few that does it. So,
How many other movies have done that?
So you got,
because that says a lot. if the top 5 are all you, that says a lot about your performance in that year. That's like 89 49ers dominance, where everyone has to go, that might be the best team of all time.
yeah, off the top of my head, I think it's only 3 movies that does it.
Holy shit.
Because it happened one night. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Sounds of the Lambs.
Damn.
Can't think of anything after that, but I might be blanking on something.
God damn.
Okay, Unforgiven, 92. Another movie that I think actually more people like. If they've seen it, they like it, is what I would say.
I will say, I unfortunately did fall asleep during Unforgiven, but...
It's a great deconstruction of what the Western is.
Okay.
Because it's like the antithesis of what Clint Eastwood was.
Sure.
Like it shows like what a realistic portrayal of what that Clint Eastwood prototypical character would be.
Yeah.
Where it's like he's alone and he's miserable.
Yeah. Fair.
That's a true portrayal of what that character should be. He's not just a complete badass.
Yeah.
I think this is right up there in B+. So I'd say like, let's put it between Ben-Hur and Platoon.
Okay.
Because this is the type of Western I really like, where it challenges what the Western has, like the memification of what Westerns are.
Yes, the stereotype of what the Western is. Yes.
Yeah. Also, the 3 main actors in it are fucking great. Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman, and Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Okay, 93, Schindler's List.
I know
where it's going.
I'm just going to do it right away.
Yep. Not only do I think it's one of the best movies ever made, I think it's one of the most important movies ever made. I know a lot of people think it's overrated.
I'm one of them.
I know that.
It's really good. I don't want to.
I think the problem is that
I don't want to come off and saying that it's not good. It's very good.
I also don't think that Seinfeld has like one of the most popular jokes about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that only adds to it, honestly.
Yeah. No, I mean, it shows to the importance that people would even be offended.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
Yeah. I can't say single bad word about it.
I also just recently watched that Seinfeld episode, and it does enrich Schindler's List because the whole episode is based on everyone going, "Oh my God, Schindler's List."
Yes. Also similar, you'll get another movie that has a Seinfeld joke in it later.
Oh yeah, I know. That's how I know how that movie is, because the Seinfeld. So
yes. I literally can't say a single bad word about Schindler's List. I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, 94. This is one.
I think this gets the Dances of Wolves treatment, where because it wins over other stuff, people unfairly hate it for no reason, even though everyone likes it. It makes no sense.
This is one that I think 100% falls into that category where, because film bros think Pulp Fiction is the greatest thing ever, people think that takes away from Forrest Gump.
I'd really like you to do a special on Film Bros, where what are the Film Bros top movies?
That just would infuriate me, honestly.
But it'd be really fun.
They are against everything that is any remotely kind of serious or sentimental. So, Forrest Gump to me is a B+.
Okay.
I just rewatched it, and I love it more.
You love it every time you watch it. There are times where I just need a pick-me-up that I'm like, I'm just going to watch Forrest Gump. It'll make me feel better.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is 94 actually is a stacked year in terms of nominees. Because you have Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Shawshank Redemption.
That's the beyond Pulp Fiction, that's the real Film Bros movie. Is Shawshank. which is why I've never watched it, because of Film Bros.
All three are great movies, and then I think Four Weddings and a Funeral is actually a really great movie.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Quiz Show, which no one's seen, even though it's also a great movie. Yeah, put this at the top of B.
Over Rain Man.
Yep.
All right. Just wanted to clarify.
Also, I think it's one of the, again, another performance-based one that completely deserves it.
Well,
Tom Hanks is like one of the most likable people ever playing one of the most likable characters.
Beyond that, I want to say the most important. Don't get me wrong, Tom Hanks is impeccable. He carries the whole movie. The real magic to that movie is Robin Wright, because that character, just if you write it on paper, is so goddamn unlikable.
Oh, she is unlikable,
and yet because of the way Robin Wright plays her, you're rooting for her the whole time. You want her to figure it out.
Yeah.
You want her to have good things because you know how important she is to Forrest, and you understand it and you root for it. But on paper, Jenny sucks. Jenny fucking sucks.
I only give Jenny a big pass because I'm like, yeah, she has a lot of trauma in her life.
Exactly.
Okay, 95, Braveheart. This is another one I would call a film bro movie.
See, I don't think this is super film bro-y, but I understand why you think that.
C+.
Where are we going on the divider?
Straight up top of C.
Straight up top of C, you got it.
Because this is another movie that I think in terms of production is fantastic. In terms of the actual movie and the story, I could take it or leave it.
I would say I enjoyed Braveheart, but I wasn't floored.
I think it's too long.
I'd agree.
And I don't think it's like super overly long, because it is 3 hours and some odd minutes. I think you could take that down to 2.5 and it'd be much better.
A little snappier. A little bit more snap and pep on there. Yeah.
It also is probably the most historically inaccurate of history. Historical winners. Okay.
Yeah, but he's a badass, so that's all that matters. We want the badass.
Now we got the next Seinfeld one, The English Patient.
Sex in a tub. That doesn't work.
Most people would probably put this in smack dab in the C tier.
I think because of the Seinfeldification of it, people would go D tier because they think it's super boring.
True. And I love this movie.
Yes, you do.
Again, I think it's one of the best looking of all of them. I'd say, looking at that B tier.
Okay.
Let's put it right between You Can't Take It With You and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay.
Is it long? Yes. Is it boring? I would argue no. Most people would probably say yes.
That was not a rousing endorsement. Is it boring? Very much hinting at yes, but you're like, not for me.
I enjoy romance movies.
You do.
So I don't mind.
Well, it's the clip that I'm showing around the internet of one of our episodes from Cool Runnings where the most emotionally available you ever are is during a film.
Yes, 100%. I also think Ray Fiennes in that movie is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And for some reason, now he's getting a lot of love. But for some reason, he was forgotten for like 20 years.
Oh, he's the best part of the 28 years later, both of them. He's the best part of both.
Yeah. And he's fantastic in literally everything he's in.
Has he ever sucked? Has he ever been a movie where you just kind of go, eh?
No, he is always great. Like
I think the thing is people don't give him credit because he always played roles that weren't the most.
He's great in Made in Manhattan.
I mean, yes, he's great in everything. I'm just saying, like, he never played a really popular role until Voldemort, and then he's playing the villain that you hate.
And he's completely unrecognizable.
Yes, you have to know a lot to see that it's Ray Fiennes, but until Grand Budapest Hotel, like, I feel like his career changes with Grand Budapest Hotel because it's the first time he plays a completely likable character where everyone likes that
yeah.
character.
And he shows he has like true comedic chops.
Yeah.
Because I think he's fucking hilarious in Grand Budapest.
I honestly think you will like him in Bone Temple a lot because he has more time in Bone Temple. And he's just
because I did like him in 28 Years Later.
He's just a little off his rocker in the best ways possible, and I fucking love it. It's great.
Titanic, 97.
Clearly the worst movie ever made. Terrible. Straight garbage.
Throw it between Sound of Music and It Happened One Night.
Oh wow, okay.
I really don't feel the need to talk about Titanic. Everyone's seen it.
I would argue one of the most overrated movies ever.
I would argue one of the most influential movies of all time.
I think both can be true.
Sure, that's true. I like James Cameron in terms of a person, not great.
Yeah, he won some brownie points this past year, but yeah.
In terms of an artist, a literal genius.
I will say this. I just had this conversation at work the other day. Titanic, the part that everyone remembers is not the part I like. I like the first half of the movie where it's all the build-up and the romance. Once the ship starts sinking, I could not care less. I'm like, just get on with it. Like, fucking.
The problem is that the second half is where it becomes like a true masterpiece in terms of
technical
how to make a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's undeniably great in terms of that, but
right.
Also, I think another underrated thing about Titanic is the sound design.
Oh yeah,
fantastic. Shakespeare in Love, 98. Another movie that gets completely unnecessarily shit on because it won over Saving Private Ryan.
Is it better than Saving Private Ryan, though?
Yes.
Whoa. I think you're the first person I've ever heard say that.
I only say that because Saving Private Ryan, the first 20 minutes, is literally probably the best filmmaking in terms of a war movie. But after that, it falls off. I still love it, but I do think it falls off.
It becomes a character study.
And also, I think Shakespeare in Love just gets hate because it's, again, a fun romance. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a Weinstein movie. And it gave Harvey Weinstein exactly what he wanted, which was an Oscar.
Well, also, if I recall correctly, this is where, when we were talking about the Oscars, the campaigning,
yes,
as we see it now for the Oscars, starts with Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah, that's the big one, for sure.
Where everyone starts going, let's grease the wheels, and that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be just the merit of the movie.
Definitely not. It's definitely like, that's where it becomes, show this to every Academy member and then schmooze them up with stars.
Yeah. And I disagree with that. I just disagree with that principle entirely.
Shakespeare in Love, though, to me is a B.
Okay.
B plus.
Above, You Can't Take It With You. Below that, where are we looking? That's the real question.
Right below Platoon.
Right below Platoon. All righty. I do like how you only care about B tier, and above in terms of actually ranking them.
That's because B tier I would actually recommend to people.
Yeah.
Whereas C, I'm like, you don't have to watch it. It's very skippable.
I think that's fair. Which is also why I just scrolled on screen to show the S tier and not the F tier. Because now we're finally in that big enough space where I can't show all of it at the same time unless I zoom out. And that's kind of defeats the purpose of the whole thing.
American Beauty is 99.
Talk about a movie people can't watch anymore.
It definitely becomes harder. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even without Kevin Spacey, it's still a good movie, and Annette Bening is great in it. It's also a movie that I just never cared for.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, it's a good movie, but is it even close to the best movie of 1999? No. And that's like the legendary.
Yeah, because that's because it's Star Wars Phantom Menace is the greatest movie of 1999.
Or Wild Wild West.
Obviously. No, I'm just what is 99 again? It's like Talented Mr. Ripley's in that conversation.
So you got The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Cider House Rules.
Which I adore, by the way.
Yeah, I know you. I remember you saying that. Sixth Sense. The Insider. Yeah, and then American Beauty. Those were the nominees.
Okay.
You couldn't go wrong with any of them, really. Like, they're all good movies.
Yeah.
I think The Green Mile is probably the best of that bunch for me, but I'm going to put American Beauty, though, and see... right below Mrs. Miniver.
Okay.
I most people like it more than I do.
American Beauty?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
I also think it's kind of weird that it never gets, like, criticized in terms of how Kevin Spacey's character is, like, romanticizing a literal high school student. Very odd.
I think, honestly, you know what it is? Is people just accept it's a weird fiction. And they just don't care.
But, like, there's so many movies that I think do it way less weird than they do. I don't know.
Well, also, isn't the whole tone, it's a weird, crumbling kind of movie, so you accept that it's a crumbling... A man with a crumbling world is doing something very stupid.
Yes, and it's definitely a critique of, like, the American family.
Yeah.
Or, like, the picture-perfect American family.
Yeah.
Okay, 2000.
Well, let's 90s. Let's go through quick.
90s is the decade of epics.
Yeah, and epics in different ways, too.
Because you have... honestly, I would say... Dances with Wolves, Unforgiven, Schindler's List, Forrest Gump, Braveheart, English Patient, Titanic. I would all consider epics.
I could even throw Silence of the Lambs in there in a weird epic way because it's told in a different way. But it's a lot of grand sweeping changes and you go to a lot of different locations. It's got more traits to an epic than people think it does.
To me, it's too intimate to be an epic.
Yeah.
I do think it's the second best, literally, on the list. Okay. Gladiator, continuing with the epics.
Continuing with the film bros.
True, but I do think Gladiator, I have less problem with Gladiator than...
It's a good movie. It's a damn good movie.
Exactly, it's very good. B-.
Okay.
Below...
It can't be below Rocky. It can't be.
Below One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay, so that's the start of the B-.
Probably. Yeah, I just rewatched it not that long ago, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I liked it more than I did on my previous viewing. Because the Gladiator is one where I'm like, I really waver on it.
Yeah,
whether I really like it or if I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Russell Crowe is great in it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's great.
The only thing I'll say is I don't really love Ridley Scott. Really, in terms of any movie he's ever made.
Yeah, you and I both aren't really in love with Ridley Scott. My favorite Ridley Scott movie is Robin Hood, so I should tell you. I just really love that.
Yeah. I probably like Blade Runner the most.
See, I didn't love Blade Runner when I saw it.
I mean, there's definitely parts of it that are fucking boring as hell.
But also Blade Runner, better than Gandhi?
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay, A Beautiful Mind. C-.
Just put it right at the bottom of the list.
Yeah. This one I have a real problem with just because for some reason, people like it more than I think it deserves. Jennifer Connelly wins Best Supporting Actress.
Is that
Russell Crowe probably would have won Best Actor had he not been a complete fucking asshole. Because there was like a whole controversy where he was like screaming at people.
Hell yeah.
And he became super unlikable for a bit.
Yeah, it was. I do recall that. But also, look at this. It's back to back. These are 2 Best Picture winners that are built on his back.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hell of a run. That's a hell of a run.
And in terms of performance, arguably he should have won.
Yeah.
Because that year, Denzel wins for Training Day, which is another great performance, but I don't know. Of all the Denzel performances, probably not the one I would have picked.
Sure.
I just think A Beautiful Mind is super forgettable.
I'd agree with that. It's not a movie I ever need to watch again. And I've watched it. I watched it like 15 years ago or 10 years ago at the very minimum. And I don't know if I ever need to watch it again.
Yeah. When I watch it, I enjoy it, but I just never think of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Chicago.
F tier. This movie sucks.
This is a movie I like more and more every time I watch it.
That's an insane take, Dylan. That's an insane take. That movie's fucking terrible.
I would have put it in D, most likely, originally. I'm going to throw it at C+.
That is an insane take.
Right between Lost Weekend and Tom Jones.
Oh my God.
Only because I think there's a lot of great editing, and I really like the some of the cinematography.
My dude, that movie's
very stylized.
That movie's straight garbage.
I disagree. You also don't like musicals.
No, I know, but I can still give a musical a good pass if I think it's a good movie. Like, I don't like Les Mis ain't my favorite thing in the world, but I can tell you it's a really good movie.
Chicago's better than Les Mis.
I completely disagree with that shit.
I think you're wrong. No, you just have different taste.
Yeah, I know. I hate Chicago. I will say Ab loves Chicago, and I finally fucking watched it like a year or so ago with her, and I was like, this movie is garbage.
I think it would be better also if it wasn't Renee Zellweger. I just don't care for her that much.
I would agree. I don't really like Renee Zellweger either.
Yeah.
I don't like Catherine Zeta-Jones in that movie either. I don't know if I like anybody in that movie besides Richard Gere.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, I mean, I don't love her, but she gives a great performance.
I will say,
Best Supporting Actress.
I'm just trying to think. I think the only movie I really actually enjoy Catherine Zeta-Jones in is in the Mask of Zorro. So I don't know if that's I like her in Ocean's 12, but other than that, I don't know if I like Catherine Zeta-Jones all that much. So
I think that's fair. Okay, Lord of the Rings.
That's an S tier. Don't even talk about it.
Bottom of S.
Thank you. I can accept it. I can say you're wrong, but it's fine.
I'm not even going to talk about it. It's great.
One day we will talk about. One day we're going to talk about Lord of the Rings on the show, and I will take that shit over hard.
Everyone knows it's a great movie. So
greatest fantasy epic ever told. Not a question.
$1 Million Baby. That is 2004.
Mm-hmm.
B minus. Put it at the very end of B minus.
Okay.
My one problem with this movie, actually, I shouldn't say that because I actually kind of like that it's a real downer. Because it is a downer.
Spoiler alerts. It's depressing. I've never seen it, but I know the ending. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, it is definitely a downer. But the last time I watched it, I was actually like kind of amazed by how great Hilary Swank is in it.
Okay.
Because I always kind of dismissed $1 Million Baby, probably because I like a couple movies more than that year.
Sure.
But she is like fantastic.
Well, and plus, also, it goes back to the Office episode. Is she hot? and no one can even determine whether she's hot, let alone if she's great in $1 Million Baby.
To me, no.
Exactly. That's exactly like there's. It's so funny.
I think she's one of the best actresses of all time, but I don't think she's hot.
Really? You think she's that good up in that category?
Her 2 Oscar wins are like undeniably great performances.
Because what? It's $1 Million Baby. What's the other one?
Boys Don't Cry.
Oh yeah.
Which is another great performance. Okay, Crash. Throw it in F.
What part of F?
Top of F, I guess. Because there are parts of it I enjoy, but most of it is just like this is the schlockiest of all the Best Picture winners. Everyone knows that it doesn't deserve it.
Because what? Well, what came out that year?
Okay, so the other nominee.
The biggest one is Brokeback Mountain.
What the fuck just happened to your mic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. But you just all of a sudden started booming. It was crazy. Who cares?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Brokeback Mountain is the obvious one.
Yeah.
And to me, Brokeback Mountain would be an A tier winner.
Okay.
And then the other ones are Capote, Good Night and Good Luck. Also a better movie. Both those are better movies. And then the last one is...
It's not Walk the Line, but I know Walk the Line was like a Golden Globe nominee.
Walk the Line, Reese Witherspoon wins Best Actress for it, though.
And I'm assuming Walk the Line, also a better movie than Crash.
Oh, yeah. 100%. What is the other nominee? Can't remember off the top of my head. But literally those other 3 that I mentioned are better movies than Crash.
And by a wide margin, I would assume.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't even say Crash deserved the Best Picture nominee. So,
does Crash deserve to be seen by anybody? I'm not sure. I've never seen it. I want to make it very clear. But every report is just like, oh my God, we get it.
It does solve racism, so it's good on that. Its heart is in the right place. I'll give it that.
It solves racism. As it's written, is Paul Haggis the director and the writer, or just the writer?
I think he did. Let me look real quick. I think he did direct it.
And it's before his turn out of Scientology. This is like towards the end of when he's about to leave Scientology.
Yes, he did direct it as well as write it. Oh, Munich is the other movie.
Oh, yeah. Never seen that either.
Super underrated Spielberg.
Okay.
There's one sequence in Munich that I think is like top tier Spielberg.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's fantastic. Yeah, Crash sucks. I think most people would actually put Crash at the very bottom of the list. Like, whenever I've looked up like Best Picture winners ranked, Crash is usually the worst.
It's dead. But is it as good as The Great Ziegfeld? Ziegfeld, I don't know.
There's more redeemable qualities because, like, I do like Don Cheadle a lot in it.
Okay.
And I do think there's good performances in it. It's just...
It
I do think most people think of it as a meme of like, hey, we solve racism. And we'll talk about that again later.
I'd love to do side by side of the Best Picture winners and Super Bowl winners. Since we're doing this, we're recording this. It's not going to come out at the time, but we're recording this the day before Super Bowl 60. And I would love to do like the tier list of the best Super Bowl winners and literally be like, that team that you think is absolute trash and had no business winning, that's Crash.
Yes. 100%. Okay. The Departed. A.
Part A, do you want to go to?
Right above Bridge on the River Kwai.
Okay. First Scorsese picture to win Best Picture, correct?
Yes. That was the one where everyone was like, if he doesn't win for this, we don't know what the fuck he's gonna win for.
Got it.
It was kind of given that year. I think most people know why it's great. Literally everything about it is good.
I mean, it's still one of my favorite stories about the production of a movie ever. Of Jack Nicholson talking about that scene where he's executing somebody. told through Ben Affleck or Matt Damon telling the story of him going, "What if?"
Matt Damon is a surprisingly good interview.
He
every
is
time I watch
a
him.
phenomenal interview. He's so fun, and he gives a lot. And it's really fun when you get him and Ben Affleck together.
Yeah,
Because you can see the energy, and Matt's the one doing all the real heavy lifting, and Ben just gets to be gruff Boston, be like, I just saw an interview of them telling the story about how they weren't cast in Dead Poet Society, and then they were working in a theater, and they had to clean the theater and take the tickets for it, and Affleck has just the one-liner closer, be like, enjoy the movie, and everything else is just Matt Damon being like, well, this sucks.
Matt Damon would have been really great in Dead Poets. I will say that. Okay. No Country for Old Men. S tier.
Where are we putting it?
This is my personal choice.
I know. I can't influence it anymore. I know.
Above The Godfather.
Okay. I think I wasn't wowed by No Country for Old Men, to be honest with you.
Oh, you gotta rewatch it, dude.
But I will say this.
This is one that I never cared about. And then all of a sudden, like 3 years ago, I watched it again. I was like, holy shit, this movie's amazing.
It was more so the 20 years of hype of No Country for Old Men. And I watched it and I was like, yeah, it's good.
I get it. Yeah.
And the thing is this. I don't think he's the best on-screen villain. But I think he's really good. But I think he's one of them. But like Anton Chigurh, I get it. The rest of the movie, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's fine, it's good. But when people are like, oh my god, and like I know they're mostly talking about.
I just think it's like
Bardem's
one of the ballsiest movies. Because for one, there's absolutely no score.
Yeah,
which is like that's a ballsy choice.
It's very desolate. It's a very desolate, lonely film.
And then you also have the main character completely die off screen. And you barely get any like confirmation of that.
Yeah.
So it's I really like it in terms of that. That's one I think is always going to keep climbing for me.
Sure.
Okay. Slumdog Millionaire.
Not the best movie of the year it was released.
Personal choice again. B. Above.
Your B is pretty much One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Gladiator, and You Can't Take It With You. That's your B.
Slumdog, let's put right below Unforgiven.
Okay.
I know a lot of people think it's... I don't even know if overrated is a word. Because I actually don't think anyone talks about it anymore.
No one talks about it ever again because it's not the best movie of the year that it comes out. And I want to say this. I understand. This is a slightly ill-informed opinion because I've watched parts of Slumdog Millionaire, not the whole thing. But it's the most undeniable, wow, the best movie of that year was not nominated. That's trash.
I don't know if I fully agree, but do I think Dark Knight should have gotten nominated? Yes.
Goddamn right it should have.
But that's only because I think it's better than a couple of the nominees.
What are the nominees that year?
So you got Slumdog Millionaire. You got Milk, which wins Best Actor.
Yeah.
You got Frost Nixon, Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
Slumdog Millionaire kind of comes out of nowhere, if I recall correctly. That was one of those, oh, wait, we didn't know this was going to win.
Well, no, that's one of the ones that, like, it just catches on at the exact right moment.
Ah.
Where it becomes an awards darling.
Gotcha.
And then the other one is 2008. Oh, The Reader with Kate Winslet.
No
which
idea.
is another... All those movies are good. I do think Dark Knight is probably better than Frost Nixon and Milk and Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And The Reader.
So
I don't think it's better than Slumdog, for me personally.
okay, that's fine. I can accept that. But he literally went through the whole thing, and I was like, it's better than all of them.
When I was thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, it is. It probably is better than
Dark Knight.
all the other nominees.
Here's my issue: is I understand pop culture, whatever, but like back in the '80s, at the very least, I'm looking at the '80s, and when we're going to go do our decades project for the '80s, none of the Oscar nominees are going to be the defining films of that decade. None of them.
None of the winners, yeah.
But the nominees will be Raiders, Back to the Future, E.T. Like, they're all going to be the defining ones of that era, right?
Yeah.
When we look at the 2000s, one of, if not the defining film of that decade, from a pop culture standpoint and everything, isn't even nominated.
It wins a couple things, though.
But not for the one that it actually deserves and matters.
I guess.
It goes back to our conversation when we can joke around and say, Oscar winner, Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem with some of the technical categories. Well, it did win an Oscar. It's like, yeah, but not the same. It's not the same.
It's not even my second favorite movie of the year, though.
That's wild. That's
because I think WALL-E is better.
That's an insane take. Insane.
And
take.
WALL-E should have been nominated for Best Picture.
I agree with that.
Hey, WALL-E's like top 5 movie for me. So.
I know you fucking love WALL-E. I got to stop doing this because it's not my take. It's just that's one that's literally a defining. That's a defining film of the era.
Most people agree with you.
Yeah, I know, because I'm right.
Okay, 2009, Hurt Locker. This is another one where I'm like, I just have never cared for it.
You haven't put a D-lister in for a while. That's all I'm saying.
It's not a D though.
Okay.
It's a C+. I'll put it right below Braveheart.
Oh, wow.
There are like a couple really, really great sequences in it. But for the most part, I just don't care about it one way or the other.
More than fair. And that takes care of the 2000s, correct?
Yeah.
What are we seeing in the 2000s? That's the big thing.
I mean, in terms of the nominees as a whole, this is where Oscar bait becomes a real thing. Like, 100%, like, there are Oscar movies compared to pop culture movies.
Well, let's look. The ones at the top from the 2000s are the ones that people actually want to watch. No Country for Old Men, Return of the King, The Departed. Yeah. They're all movies that people actually really want to watch.
Give me 1 second, actually.
Go for it. But then I'm looking just, to fill the airwaves for everybody. Slumdog Millionaire, as Dylan said, no one speaks of ever again. $1 Million Baby, no one watches. Or if they do, it's very rarely. Chicago, nobody gives a fuck. Beautiful Mind, nobody gives a fuck.
I was pulling out my thing that I did for our big box office series.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, other than the top 3, no one watches any of these movies from that decade. Gladiator. People watch Gladiator. I'll give you 4. I forgot Gladiator just sneaks in.
Pick one of the years. Randomly.
2004.
Okay. So 2004. The nominees are $1 Million Baby, Ray, Finding Neverland, Sideways, and The Aviator. $1 Million Baby was 19th in terms of box office.
Uh-huh.
Ray was 39th.
Uh-huh.
Finding Neverland was 106th.
Uh-huh.
Sideways was 110th.
Uh-huh.
And The Aviator was 102nd.
I think that tells you something.
That's very typical for the 2000s. Like, there aren't...
But that's typical going forward in general now.
I think they're starting to become...
But I also think part of that is now the push that people know the first 2 months of the year we should go watch those Oscar movies because they do a better job marketing them.
I also think that people ignore movies that that are Oscar movies.
I agree. I think it's a double-edged sword. I think people ignore them simply because they think they're Oscar bait and they're not something they're going to be interested in. But also on top of it, I do think some of those movies are only seen because they are nominated, not because they actually interest people.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not the best picture of the year.
Yes, I understand that. But I think that's a big reflection when 3 of your nominees can't even crack the top 100.
Oh, I know. It's bad at times, but I'm just saying, like, can I name 5 other movies that I think are better than those 5? No.
Yeah, 2004 wasn't that great.
True.
Anchorman was. Yeah. Anchorman's better than all of them, but whatevs.
Shrek 2 wins box office.
Hey, I'll take Shrek 2. It's a good movie.
It is good. Okay. 2010, King's Speech.
This is one that's really going downhill fast on people.
B-.
You like the King's Speech more than most people, I will say.
Yes. This is one that falters a lot for me, where it's like, I liked it to begin with. I liked it less. And then the last time I watched it, I really liked it. So
not a perfect system, you're saying, to try to figure this out.
Well, it's just about like stuff that happens in your life, or like something you connect with now that you didn't before.
Yeah.
So to me, this is like the very bottom of B.
Okay. Less than $1 Million Baby.
Yeah.
Got it.
Colin Firth is great in it, though. Like, really, really great. Also, Jeffrey Rush is really good in it. The Artist. This is definitely one that's most people would dismiss as an Oscar movie.
It's quite almost reviled. Actually, I know it's not relevant enough to be reviled. But at the time, it was very much like, are you fucking kidding me?
B-, below King's Speech.
Okay.
Because I think it is a good movie. I think it's really enjoyable at times, but is it gimmicky? 100%.
Hey, sometimes you got to work the gimmick. That's fine, but
I'm fine with a gimmick if it works.
Yeah, no,
I think it does.
If the gimmick works, it's fine. But
2012 Argo.
Underrated movie. Really enjoyable.
I'll put it B+, right below Rain Man.
Wow. Fair enough.
But you think it should be higher?
No, I'm saying I didn't think Argo is just one of those, I think, in terms of things that at least I have seen and can give an input on, Argo is a wildly underrated movie because this is still before the general public accepts Ben Affleck can make good movies again.
Yes.
Argo is one of the last ones to do it. Like, the general public needed Gone Girl to finally go, oh fuck, yeah, we forgot Ben Affleck is a real actor.
Yes.
And also a great director. Ben Affleck's very good at that. I want to see more of Ben Affleck's stuff. So
I still think the biggest hit or miss for like the whole DC project
was Batman.
His Batman.
Yeah. Well, also,
I think it could have been awesome.
I don't think it could have been awesome. I think it would have been awesome because I don't think Ben Affleck's going to make choices.
The only thing I would have hesitancy because I do feel like he would have been having like a complete undue influence by the studio.
I agree with that. It's more so, I mean, the most disappointing thing is when he's like, it's in and out and in and out, and it's like, oh, they're going to make it. No, they're not going to make it. They're going to make it. They're not going to make it. Is finally, I think it came to the final point where they're like, okay, we're going to do this or we're not. And it says a friend, and naturally when you know someone says a friend regarding Ben Affleck, you just assume it's Matt Damon.
Most likely.
You don't know that for sure, but it's kind of fun for the story of it, where they just said, hey, I think it sounds really good. I also think that if you make that movie, you're going to drink yourself to death.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, that's fair. And then it's when he finally just says, okay, it's done.
It is a shame.
It's just I really, because it's also a project that he wanted to do because he's a huge Batman fan. Like that's the whole reason he took on that role. He really loves Batman, so that's why I was like, oh, that's a shame. But Argo is a movie you pick up and you're like, oh, what's this? And you go and you're like, oh, it's a really good movie. I really enjoyed that. It's good fun.
Super solid. Yeah. 12 Years a Slave, 2013. B+.
Where are we going?
I don't like it more than this, but I'll put it above Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay. I mean, is it a likable movie in general? And
Tough watch.
Like that's the thing is, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I don't want to come off and say it's a really good movie, but it has a Schindler's List quality to it, where you're like, do you really want to watch that?
Exactly.
And it doesn't have, all due respect to 12 Years a Slave, it does not have the same level of quality that a Schindler's List does, where people have to watch it because the quality is of such an ilk. You should watch 12 Years a Slave. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But it's not like, if anyone ever told me, yeah, 12 Years a Slave is my favorite movie, I'm like, you're a psychopath. Like, you're out of your fucking mind.
I'd say that's a weird choice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it doesn't matter how relevant the source, not even the source material, it doesn't matter how relevant the material is, because obviously it's super relevant. And it's things that we're still dealing with to this day in terms of the prejudice that is seen by the black community. But goddamn, does any human being outside of crazy people really want to watch that on a regular basis, being like, that's my favorite movie?
I do think it deserved Best Picture. I will say that.
I'd agree with that.
It's not my favorite of the nominees, but
yeah.
There's one sequence though where like it's a really long take where he's just like slowly hanging and he's like slipping in the mud. That's like undeniably like one of the most powerful moments of that year.
Oh yeah.
Birdman, 2014. C+.
Where you want it? Hurt Locker, Braveheart. Above Braveheart. Okay.
This is another one that I just don't get why everyone loves it so much.
I don't know if everyone does love it. To this day, I think I'm the only person I've ever met that
do.
Okay. That's fair. In terms of popular culture and people in my life, I think I'm the only person that does like Birdman.
I would compare this and All About Eve, where it's like all the performances in it are great.
Sure.
I just don't care about the movie that much.
More than fair.
And it is gimmicky.
It's super gimmicky and
one stuff.
It's also a kind of an inside baseball thing where you get somebody who's most remembered for being the superhero playing an out of work actor who's trying to be taken seriously and can never be taken seriously because they played a superhero.
I do like that it brings back Michael Keaton. That's always nice.
Well, that's the thing is Birdman is also glorious because yes, it gives us back the gift that is Michael Keaton being in theaters on a regular basis.
Yeah. I mean, literally all the performances in it are great.
Oh, Emma Stone's great in it. Everybody's really good in it.
Edward Norton is great, even though he's a complete asshole.
I mean, that's Edward Norton in general. Has
Edward
Norton ever been bad in a film? No. Is he out of his mind? Yes.
Yeah. I saw a picture of him in the 90s, I think it was. He was dating Courtney Love. And I was like, that fits.
Yeah, that tracks. That
both
tracks.
Psychos.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, she at least had some trauma and some shit go on. What has Edward Norton done to deserve the reputation in terms of earning positively why he can act the way he does?
Yeah, I don't know enough about him.
Because Courtney Love at least had a real drug use issue and went through some traumatic shit with her partner where you're like, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, 2015 Spotlight. A-.
Wow. Okay. Under the Last Emperor, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag Forrest Gump up to A minus, and then put Spotlight below. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Because I think Spotlight's really great. I don't think it's like super rewatchable though.
It's a one and done.
Like I remember the impact of the ending of it being super powerful at that time, and I really, really liked the ending of it. I just think most people have forgotten it a little bit now, so
It certainly kind of it came and went. It came and went.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, okay, cool.
But I did think it deserved Best Picture at the time. So
And yet again, magic words, Michael Keaton.
he's great in it. Yeah, another movie where it's like every single performance is fantastic.
Yeah, he really had a spell here. Birdman, Spotlight, The Founder. He was on fire there.
Yeah. Homecoming.
Oh yeah,
That's also 2015, I think.
it's 17.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
No.
Spider-Man: Homecoming 17.
Oh, I thought that was Far From Home was 17.
Far From Home is 19. Because that's the epilogue to Endgame, and then No Way Home is 21.
Yeah. Couldn't care less about it.
I know you don't care.
Moonlight. Again, this is a movie that most people like more than me.
Fair.
B minus.
It's always on my eternal I want to watch that list.
Like there's parts of it I really, really love, and then there's parts of it where I don't think I don't connect to it super personally.
Sure.
Which is a problem.
Is
it's
it
another movie where I respect it more than I like it.
That's fair. And that's fine.
I think I'd put it though. I think I'd put it right below Annie Hall.
Okay. I will fix that.
Because there are parts of it I really like. Also, Naomi Harris, super underrated.
I think she did all of her stuff in like a week.
Oh, she's not in it much.
No, I know, but she did all of her stuff in like a couple days. Like she didn't have that much time. She came in and out, and they just like got her. They did the shit, and she left.
I'm assuming the production was only a couple weeks, and then she was probably 2 days. Honestly,
Yeah,
because she's not in a lot of locations either.
Yeah.
So, also the movie that makes Mahershala Ali a A-lister.
yeah. Moonlight is the reason that we are now cursed with the MCU's Blade. That it's like, oh, we're getting Mahershala Ali, and everyone's like, fuck yeah. And then just 10 years now, waiting on that.
Okay, 2017, Shape of Water. The movie that asks, would you fuck the fish man? Or I guess, would you fuck the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Pretty much. It's a romance set with the creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
With one of Av's best friends, Michael Shannon, in the villainous role.
Yes, he's good in it.
Yes, he is.
I think he's a little over the top in it, but
I think it works for the movie. But yes, if that was another movie, he's a little too over the top. But that movie,
this is another movie that I respect more than I like.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it looks great. I love the score. Sally Hawkins is really great. C+, right at the top.
Over Birdman and Braveheart.
Yeah. I liked it more when I first saw it than I did on rewatch.
I think that's more than fair. I mean, I really enjoyed Shape of Water. Shape of Water was the first time in a while. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. At 15 and 16, I fell off. But and Birdman was like the first in a long while where I was just like, finally a movie I think actually that deserves to wins. And Shape of Water was another one where I was like, I at least like this movie. I at least get it.
17, I would have picked like 3 things over it.
I mean, what are the 17 nominees, though? That's the question.
So you got the one that is like the obvious one where most people would say deserves it is Get Out.
Did Get Out get nominated, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Now I'm remembering it properly because I would have said Get Out. I think Get Out deserves the win, but Shape of Water I at least like. So I'm like, it's bullshit, but fine.
I like Shape of Water as well.
Yeah,
I think Get Out is better. Dunkirk, I have a love-hate relationship with. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
it's not the best Nolan movie. It's fun, but it's not the best Nolan movie.
Yeah, Lady Bird was 2017.
Great movie, really enjoyable.
3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is 2017.
That's that old?
Yeah.
Fuck. It's 10 years ago. God damn. Getting fucking
yeah, I think
old.
those are the only ones that like are standout.
I would say I like Lady Bird and Get Out more than I like Shape of Water.
So do I. Okay, 2018. Green Book. Throw it in D-.
I knew that was coming. But Dylan, it fixes racism.
This is like the most baffling Best Picture win to me.
Okay.
Because it's like the most undeserving. It's like a complete step backwards for what it seemed like we were going. It like wins nothing besides Best Picture and Best Screenplay. It is so baffling that it won. I mean, maybe it hit with like the older Academy voters or something. I really don't get it.
But it's got Mahershala in it. It's got Vigo in it.
Those two are great. But Mahershala Ali also wins Best Supporting Actor again. And I don't think he deserves it for that. Again, not my personal choice. I probably would. Let me look up real quick.
I'm going to say the 18 nominees is the question. It's always the question is what are the nominees?
I was going to say
it also goes to the conversation. Is it the best movie of 2018?
It's probably my least favorite of them, but it's not. Bohemian Rhapsody got nominated that year, and I think that movie's absolute fucking trash. That movie is absolute garbage. Also,
that movie made me hate Queen.
Me too.
And that's the funny part is I've only seen like 30 minutes of Bohemian Rhapsody in little pieces, but they became so overplayed again that I just went, I can't do this anymore. I hate Queen now. I don't want to listen to Queen.
Bohemian Rhapsody wins Best Film Editing. And it is literally one of the worst edited movies. Like there was like whole breakdowns when it won about like what are they watching? Like I don't know. It's baffling.
What are the other nominees of 2018?
1 sec.
That's
the one that stands out to me is I think Black Klansman is way better.
Okay.
The other ones were Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Roma, which everyone thought was going to win, A Star Is Born, and Vice.
Yeah, Black Panther's better than at least 2 of those, and I don't even think Black Panther deserves a nomination. So
me either. I don't.
And I agree with your sentiment. The first 2 acts of Black Panther, that's an Academy Award or nominee. Yes. The last act of Black Panther, that's a fun time at the movies.
That's a PS2 game. That's what it looks like. Honestly, like that end sequence and like the train.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's not good.
Because those first 2 acts are so strong. And then, oh God, my thing is like, if there was ever a shot to get an Avengers movie in, this would have been the one. And like, do you prefer Infinity War over some of or almost all of these nominees?
Some.
Yeah. Would you say it's a better movie than some of these nominees?
I think it's better than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, you've made that clear. It sounds like Bohemian Rhapsody is your worst film of the year.
Yeah, it would have been.
One of these days, I want to go through your worst film.
Well, worst film, that would be fun to do like every single year.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to write that down as an idea here.
No, let's say only 90 and onward.
No, that's what I'm saying. We'll do 90 on
Yeah.
worst of the year special. Sweet. That could be a counter programming. We can put this right before the Oscars, and then we'll do your second special, worst movie of the year.
Well, worst of the movie of the year, we're gonna have to do together.
Yeah.
And I bet we're gonna have different ones.
Oh yeah. But we'll do it together. That will be you're running the show again, but I can at least parse in and be like, this movie's god awful.
Okay, 2019 Parasite. I think nowadays most people would probably put it in S tier. To me, it's an A-.
Okay, where's it going? Is it above The Departed? That's the question. Is it above Bridge on the River Kwai?
I'd put it between West Side Story and Amadeus.
Okay, there you go.
It's also super refreshing that it won Best Picture. Because very, very rarely do you get anything that's not English
dominated to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Parasite's one of those movies that I can never bring myself to watch, and I don't know why. I want to. I really want to watch it, but I'm never in the mood to watch it.
Well, for one, you're going to watch it in English, which is awful.
That one I might try outside with subtitles.
It's a really great movie.
Because here's the thing. Animation, I'm not going through foreign language for animation. It's a fucking cartoon. Fine. But that, like, if people would ever get on my shit to be like, when we did Spirited Away, if anyone ever comments on that and goes, oh, I can't believe you watched the English version. I'm like, fuck off. It's a cartoon. Who cares? But, like,
I just can't stand the overdubbing, so.
It depends on the movie. Sometimes it's done well enough that I couldn't care less, and then sometimes I'm like, no, this is bad. I just hate subtitles. I hate subtitles on English movies where people I
watch subtitles on everything I watch.
You are one of the people that I detest. I can't stand subtitles. I can't stand subtitles. I hate it. And it's a personal thing for me where I get it. I am a slow reader. So if you're putting subtitles on the bottom, I'm doing it, and then I'm reading it, and I'm not watching the movie. I want to watch the movie.
Yeah, I prefer subtitles.
So that's 2019, correct?
Yep.
So what is the 2010s kind of vibe here?
It's tough to say.
It's a lot of rando. There's no real cohesion.
Oh, it definitely is weird. There's no running theme. I would say most of them are really well made. Green Book aside.
A lot of great ensembles here, too.
True.
I mean, 12 Years a Slave is a great ensemble. Spotlight, Birdman, Shape of Water is a good one.
Yeah. To me, it's like the 2010s are good, not great.
That's fair. Well, I mean, Parasite's your top one. And then past that.
And I think most people would say Parasite is the best of that decade.
I mean, I would assume most people that are film people would say that. So
I do think they're getting away from traditional choices.
Which is good.
To me, 1917 is the thing that traditionally would have won Best Picture.
Yeah.
And Parasite wins over it. So it's nice.
Fair
I like
enough.
1917, but I think Parasite's better.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay. 2020. We got Nomadland.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it. It's always been underwhelming to me. 2020 is a weird year in general.
It's a weird year, yeah.
This is middle of the road C.
Okay, let's go under How Green Was My Valley, or under. Oh no, Gentleman's Agreement was our dividing line. Above or below Gentleman's Agreement.
Put it above that.
Okay,
Yeah.
better than Terms of Endearment.
Right between those.
All right.
Because Frances McDormand is never going to give a bad performance. She's great in it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's gonna age well. Like, it really does speak to like this generation of like people who are not living transient lives, but like people who are like they're not living permanent homes. They're not living.
Well, I think it's that
It's a struggle.
what I think is scary about it is it's more and more people are being forced to live that way. And I think that's what might keep it. But here, the one thing I will say is until you get to 2022, and even still, it's falling off as we talked about in our Decades project. None of these movies until 22, 23 have any real impact on the general public.
I've heard online that people really love Nomadland though. So
I'm not saying it, but no one talks about it. No one in the normal general public talks about it. And that's the thing is normal people talk about Parasite. Normal people talk about Moonlight.
Oh, by the way, have you ever seen the people, the film bros? This is like the classic example of people talking about how Joker should have won over Parasite.
Joker's a terrible movie.
There are like people who go on rants about how the Joker is the best thing in film.
Those are people who also inherently don't understand the fucking character and why that violates every goddamn idea about the character.
I'm not talking about it as a character.
Oh, I know. This is my personal rant, and now I'm going to rant about it because the Joker is bullshit. It's not a bad movie. It's a well-made movie.
It's fine.
You call it any other. You call it any other thing. Like I remember watching it with a bunch of friends at our Chicago apartment, and everyone's like, "Oh, what'd you think?" Because they know I'm obsessed with Batman. They know I love Batman. They know I love the Joker. Like, what'd you think? And I'm like, that movie's terrible. And they're like, what? And I was like, I want to make it very clear. I think that's a well-made movie. I think the performance Joaquin Phoenix gives is really good. It violates every single goddamn notion of that character. This movie never should have been made, and it's a terrible idea, and I will hate it for the rest of my life. But I can tell you, in terms of the craft, not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think it deserved Best Picture nominee, but...
It got a Best Picture nominee, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I don't think it deserves that.
And it won Best Actor. That I do think he deserved.
That is deserved. I think that's deserved.
Okay, Coda.
What is this movie?
So this is it's about this girl who has she's like the one person who can hear in a family of deaf people.
Oh, I did read this in the description. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This is like what I would imagine would have been a Best Picture winner in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like it feels super out of date.
Fair enough. I mean, that's what it is.
Like,
that's what it is.
Middle of the road. As it gets.
Above or below gentleman's agreement.
It's like equal. It's equal right there.
Okay.
I'll put it, I think, below.
Okay. Better than Gandhi.
Yeah.
Less than gentleman's agreement. That's fair.
Troy Kotsur, who wins Best Supporting Actor. He's great. I love his performance in it, but like, that's one where I go, oh, he deserves a nomination and the win. But if Coda was nominated for nothing else, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. But somehow it wins.
I mean, also 2021, not a strong year.
Yeah, again, it's a very odd year in terms of movies.
2022 is the return to cinema. Yeah.
Yeah, the other nominees, I'm just making sure here. So you got Belfast.
Okay.
Again, that's about as middle of the road as it gets again. Don't Look Up. I despise that movie.
I'm not a fan. I think it's fine, but I was never a big fan of that.
I just hate how like on the nose it is.
I was about to literally say on the nose is my comment. I'm like, it's so on the nose.
Drive My Car. That's a Korean film, I think. I love that movie. It's fantastic. Never was going to win. for obvious reasons.
But you think it's better than Coda?
Easily. I would put Drive My Car as an A.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's a really good movie. Dune is better.
Okay. I wasn't
King
wowed with
Richard-
the first Dune, but I it's fine.
King Richard's fine. These are a lot of fine movies.
King Richard is real fine. Yeah, you're right. I'm just like, it's fine.
A lot of people love Licorice Pizza, but I don't. I think it's a lesser PTA movie. Nightmare Alley, very forgettable.
Yeah.
In terms of Del Toro. Power of the Dog, again, most people like it more than I do, and then West Side Story. So here's how much I didn't know about West Side Story. Outside of one news story, I didn't know it was being made. I didn't know it existed until after it came out and everything. I was like, oh, Steven Spielberg did West Side Story? Okay. Quentin Tarantino said it's one of the best 25 movies of this century. He has weird taste.
This is why he needs to have a YouTube channel, because it'd be awesome, because his takes are out of this world ridiculous.
Yeah, and some of them are straight up bad.
Yeah, but some of them are straight up hilarious. So.
Yeah, like Jackass being one of the best 25 movies.
Exactly. That's what he's talking about.
Okay, 2022. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Arguably the most unique Best Picture winner of all time?
It's definitely up there, for sure. This is one that I think is not going to age well.
I can understand that.
I think it's going to become like a cult movie, honestly.
I do too.
I
see this as an escape from New York. I said this on our 2020 decade project.
A better version of it.
No, I know. I'm not saying, but I'm saying of the same ilk, where the people who love it will go to bat for it forever. But you need to get people to go watch it, and that's the hard part. The hard part is not getting people to like it when they watch it. The hard part is getting people to watch it.
I think it's a good blend between entertainment and like something that has something to say.
Yeah, themes and messaging. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a B plus.
Okay. I mean, I would argue. I mean, I enjoy it more than Argo, but I really like Argo. But it's not my list, so it doesn't matter.
The thing is, I would have put it as an A when I first saw it. I don't know if it sticks with me that much, though. So
that's crazy.
Right below Shakespeare in Love.
Right below Shakespeare in Love. I will say, again, I would argue, not the best movie of the year either.
I would agree.
But, I'm extremely biased towards two other films. There are two films from 2022 that are in my top 10 favorites. Not my top 10 greatest, my top 10 favorites of all time. So
I think there's only two of them that are better or even equal. So it's fair that it won. 2023, Oppenheimer. This is definitely a traditional Best Picture winner.
Traditional. This is more of the epic, personal telling story. Yes.
This is like one of the few that I actually say is a traditional Best Picture winner in the past decade.
The past 25 years in general. That's
B plus.
Okay. Where are you putting it? That's the real question. It's always where there's a ranking, so you got to do it.
Right below Unforgiven.
You really love Unforgiven. That's like one of your tent poles on this goddamn thing.
It is really good.
I'm not saying it isn't good. I just like this is like the 10th, at least the 10th movie that you're like right before or right after Unforgiven. Unforgiven is your new this is what it is.
The thing is, Oppenheimer is good in every single category.
Yeah.
But I somehow still don't love it.
And that's okay.
I will say, I think the reason I don't like it that much is because the thing that it's building up to the entire time is so anticlimactic.
Yeah, the most interesting part is the trial stuff. It's not the actual atomic bomb, but it's building.
But
I think that the issue is the most important and fun stuff is all the interpersonal dynamics.
Yeah.
But the idea behind it is the bomb, the bomb, the bomb. But really the most interesting part is all the interpersonal dynamics to get to the bomb and after what happens with the bomb.
Yeah. It's like one of the most underwhelming scenes that I've seen in recent memory.
Huh. I don't think
I
that's
really
inherently wrong.
I dislike how it builds up to it.
I think that's fair. That's more than fair.
Okay, 2024's Anora.
Our final.
This one is tough because it's so recent. Because I really, really like it, but I don't know how it's going to age.
I mean, but it doesn't matter how it's going to age. You have to do it in the moment.
Yeah.
Because you already watched it, at least twice? You've already watched it at least twice.
I've seen it twice, yeah. Haven't seen it more than that. Eventually I will. I'll put it...
Yeah, that's the big question. Is this a B? Is this an A?
It's a B for sure.
Okay. And what part of the B? Is this a B+?
I'll put it right above All About Eve.
Okay. More than fair.
The strongest thing about it is Mikey Madison's performance. She literally carries that movie.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's going to stick with me, though. That's the thing. I could easily see it moving up. I could easily see it slipping down to C.
So I think that's reasonable. I think the problem with recency bias is of the 5 films that have won of this decade that we are currently in, and I haven't seen Anora. I'm not trying to shit on Anora in this, but Anora is not a movie of the ilk that's going to be remembered. It's not going to be favored on the remembered versus forgotten scale right now.
Yeah.
Because since it's won Best Picture, the only thing that's ever been said about it is, oh, that movie that won Best Picture. Like, no one goes out and be like, I fucking loved Anora. I want to rewatch Anora, whatever.
I do want more movies like Anora to be made. So in terms of that, I love it.
No, that's cool. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Oh, wait. No, I was going to say, did this win the top 5? But no, it didn't. Because it didn't win Best Actor.
It didn't want.
But it won screenplay, it won director, it won picture, and it won actress.
Sean Baker, right?
Yeah.
And
he also won. He's a producer, so he won Best Picture. He won Best Director. He won Best Screenplay. And he won Best Film Editing.
Yeah, he had himself a night.
Oh, yeah.
That was an all-timer night. Now, I will say, how many of the award winners have you watched for 2025 going into 6's awards?
I think I've seen half.
Okay. Is there one as of right now you favor? Obviously, it's incomplete, but is there one that you favor?
So, yeah, the ones I haven't seen are Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and The Secret Agent.
Never.
My favorite so far
half of those
is One Battle After Another.
Okay.
Easily. Fair
enough.
Most people probably say Sinners, but I like One Battle more.
I have not watched One Battle. I need to watch One Battle. I'm not going to lie. Since this is such a marathon recording, I might just stop editing after this and just be like, fuck it. I'm just going to go rewatch them.
Yeah, this is probably going to have to be cut into 2 or 3.
Oh, I mean, there's a reason I'm having you recap every decade, because then I can just go and cut them, and then we'll do one big super cut as a special. So then that way it's a little bit more digestible. But
as far as this decade, this is where I think the Academy's finding a good balance between crowd pleasing and well made.
Yes.
For the most part, most of the nominees fit that pretty well.
I would agree with that. I feel at least I wasn't wowed by 2024's nominees, but I also thought 2024 was kind of a shit year for movies. There's a
couple standouts. Anora, Conclave.
But like Conclave was a movie I liked, I didn't love.
Substance.
That's the thing, is The Substance was my favorite. I think in retrospect, The Substance is my favorite film from 2024. But even like popular movies in general, 2024 kind of sucks. So
Fair.
and that's where, you know, in terms of the nominees, I liked The Substance the most, and Conclave would be my second. And Conclave is like that was good. Yeah, like I don't want
I really
that to.
like Conclave.
I enjoy Conclave, but it was very much one where I just kind of go, I don't want my second best option to have the feeling of like, oh, it was good. I want it to be I really enjoyed that movie. And like Shape of Water for Get Out. The reason I mentioned that is I really enjoyed Shape of Water. I didn't love it as much as I loved Get Out, but I really enjoyed Shape of Water. And now at the time I like Lady Bird more than that. But those are all three films that I feel very positively about. So when they're nominated, I go, this is a good group.
Yeah.
Where 4 outside of The Substance and Conclave, I was just like, or 2024, outside of those two movies, I was kind of like, who cares? I'm not interested.
I mean, the good thing is, in terms of the whole thing, it is top heavy.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give them that. They at least do hit more than they miss.
All right. So let's go through a quick recap as best we possibly can over here on your tier list. Is there anything you need to move down into the F category, by the way? You had a couple teetering. You even toyed with Chariots of Fire being an F. So there's 3 teetering here on the F tier.
If I'm taking just likability, I would put Green Book in F, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Because I do think there's enough redeeming qualities about it.
Well, that's because it solves racism.
I just hate that it won when it did.
Yeah.
If that won in 1960, I would have been like, hey, that's a good movie.
But it won in 2018, so now it's
if
bullshit.
That won in 1963, I would have been like, hey,
it's kind of how I feel. I follow a lot of like football coaching stuff, and there's a bunch of high school and low level college programs that are bringing back like offenses from the 40s and the 30s and winning with them, and I'm like, fuck off. Don't dumb it down. Make it better and more complex for the kids. Don't make it dumbed down, you know? Like, that's how I feel. It's the same thing. I'm like, if this was back in the day, I'm all for it. But this is underwhelming now.
Okay, the only one I'm seeing right now, I think A Beautiful Mind should move up to right below Coda.
Right below Coda. Okay.
Because I do think it is better than a lot of those other ones.
Fair.
Also,
any other changes you want to make here?
I think the Lost Weekend, I also think should move down to right above Gentleman's Agreement.
Gentleman's Agreement also might be my new favorite movie of all time to talk about because it's now your dividing line for everything was Gentleman's Agreement.
I'm telling you, it's about as middle of the road as it gets.
It's got Gregory Peck in it. How bad could it be?
I mean, I love Gregory Peck. He's in one of my favorite movies of all time, Roman Holiday. I think that looks good.
Okay.
I don't see any obvious ones that I'm like, yeah, that should be higher.
All right. So you have...
I mean, in terms of numbers, what do we got? 7 in the F?
I was going to say, to recap, 7 films out of 97, correct?
So far, yeah.
You think are failures?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
With the most recent being 2005's Crash.
And a lot of those Fs, I simply put there because they're so fucking boring. It's not that they're poorly made or anything.
Movies are meant to entertain people, Dylan. If they're boring, they deserve it. They deserve it.
That's what I'm saying. They're not badly made movies.
Yeah. All right. In the D tier, you are up to 10 films with 3 that really teetered there at the end.
Yeah.
And it's an honest to God pretty... You didn't really love the 80s, I can tell you that much. Well, the 80s were extremely hit or miss.
Hit and miss, yeah.
They're very hit or miss, I will say that. But also, 2 movies that solve racism at the bottom of the D tier, which is hilarious.
Yes.
I like how the theme is we really appreciate social justice, and that brought movies up, but that also brought movies down. Because there are 3 movies in a row, if you count F tier, of just they solved racism, so they're good, right? And
yeah, well, it's the thing where it's like something feels more impactful when it comes out than it does 10 years later.
Absolutely.
So,
All right, C tier is where we start getting beefier here. Of the C
there's
tier,
a lot of great stuff in C.
but you also said C is something where you wouldn't recommend any of these movies.
I would say, yeah, it's skippable completely.
What is the one that you has the best argument to be seen?
I would say it depends on the person.
Sure.
Because, like, if you're into, like, bigger movies, Braveheart, for sure. If you're into, like, I don't want to say weirder stuff, but, like, if you're a little bit more...
If you're into weirder stuff, Shape of Water is good for you.
Yes. If you're into, like, fantasy, for sure, Shape of Water.
Sure.
If you're more into, like, straight drama, you probably will like A Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
So
I think that's very, very fair. There's some big hitters from back then.
And if you're 90 years old, Going My Way is perfectly good for you.
And then B tier is where you start saying you should recommend these movies.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's where I do have some differences from you, but again, it's not my list, so it's irrelevant. But hey, I mean, and a really good mix. I want to say this.
What's the one thing that you disagree with me most on this list?
That I disagree with you the most. I'll give you a top 3 just from sight. Chicago should be an F because it's terrible. I think Rocky.
You think Chicago belongs with Crash?
I've never seen Crash, so I don't know.
Okay.
I hate Chicago. It's just not my cup of tea. Because there's also a Best Picture musical in here that I absolutely adore. So it's not just Evan hates musicals now. I just hate a lot of musicals. I do think Rocky's a C tier movie. Rocky is not a movie I think people need to watch. I don't think Rocky's important to watch. And the thing is this, I was one of those people that hadn't watched it forever and heard it and like, oh, Rocky. And I finally was like, you know what? It's for the show. I'll do it. And I'm not like you. I will watch bad movies for the show. I will watch movies that people recommend for the show. I will do it. I will sacrifice for this show. Rocky is not a movie that I think is worthy of recommendation. I think there are pieces to Rocky that are unique, interesting, or help push things forward for a certain genre. But I also think no one talks about enough how problematic a lot of that movie is.
I'd agree. I think I'm also comparing it to the rest of the franchise.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, that's not hard. And the other thing is, like, I haven't seen the rest of the franchise, but from the moments of that,
most of them suck.
I'm sure they do. But oddly, I think I might like the rest of the franchise because they kind of just accept what they are and they just make it a little bit more pro wrestling. I haven't watched it, though, so I don't know.
You'll love Rocky 4. I mean, it's pure 80s cheese.
Oh, it's pure 80s cheese in the Cold War of, like, we're going to beat the Russians. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So that's that's the second big disagreement I would have with you. And then I will say this as we go up to examine the S to A. It's just the placement of where Return of the King is.
Yeah, that's the obvious one, I guess.
I have seen at least what's the one right next to Return of the King?
In the Heat of the Night.
Okay, In the Heat of the Night is the only one of your S tier I have not seen. I am biased. I understand that it's my favorite story of all time. I think Return of the King is legitimately better than Lawrence Arabia. I think it's legitimately better than The Godfather. I think it's better than No Country for Old Men. I think it's better than Silence of the Lambs. In terms of pure filmmaking, I don't know if I can argue it over Schindler's List. I like it more than Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe Casablanca is clear-cut better than the two in front of it, but there's at least argument with the other two. But it's placement there. Like, I would say of the ones I've seen, Lawrence of Arabia is the one I would put at the bottom of S tier because it is boring. in a lot of stretches. It's really cool, it's really interesting, and it's spectacular, but it is crazy. That is one of the few movies I've ever seen where I'm like, this is spectacular, and in another sentence, I would also use the word boring to describe it.
I think that's how a lot of people feel about it, so that's fair.
And so that's where I would go, like, it's just the placement of Casablanca and Return of the King with the rest of the S tier, but it's not a critique of where it belongs tier-wise. So,
hey, there are more S tier than there are F tier.
I was flabbergasted how many S tier got there. I thought S tier was...
Me. The only one that's a 9.5 out of 10 is Schindler's List, to me.
And you don't think Schindler's List is perfect? You don't think it's a 10?
Well, I would say it's a perfect movie, but I still don't think it's a 10.
Do you think a 10 exists?
No, I don't think so.
So you're one of those purists that just like a 10 does not exist.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that, but I understand your argument. So let's just go over here. Pop 1. What is one movie in B you would recommend? Because there are...
Like I said, it depends on the person.
There are 33 movies in there, so just pop a few out of like, what do you think?
Rayman is great.
Okay.
And it's fun, but also dramatic.
Alrighty.
Argo's really fun for a thriller.
Sure.
If you like Westerns, Unforgiven's great. If you're into like more light comedy, Shakespeare in Love is great. And then...
Fair enough.
I mean, I think the hidden gem of the B, for me, is You Can't Take It With You. Just because no one's fucking seen it.
Sure. And you said that's the one that's uber sentimental, correct?
Yes.
Fair enough. A tier, obviously, you would highly recommend all of them. What's the one that you think people need to watch the most? There are
simply because
15 films.
Probably because most people haven't even heard of it. The Last Emperor.
Yeah, I didn't know that movie existed, so I'll go there.
Yeah.
And then you made it pretty clear Schindler's List you think is the best movie ever. So,
yes.
Besides Jaws.
Yes.
Oh, God, it's fun. It's fun to get your takes on things. It's just so fun. Well, this has been the special. I think this is a 4-hour special or just underneath it. But we covered literally 98 movies or 97 movies in this. Plus, we talked a bunch of other stuff as well. And it became more animated at the end because there are more movies I have seen as well. But this has been Dylan's entire ranking of every Best Picture winner of all time. And it's led to more content.
Fucking disagree with me on. I'm sure there's a bunch.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the point. It's not supposed to just be chalk. That's why I honestly... When I go watch or read any website's top 100 films of all time, I tune out if Citizen Kane is number 1. I just immediately go, because then I start scrolling and I just go, this is chalk for 25. 25 is where it gets interesting. I just scroll right past it. Because I know it's just a lot of, well, this is what they taught me in film school. This is what they taught me here. And I'm not saying film schools are inherently wrong. I'm not saying scholarly takes are inherently wrong. But in a subjective genre, to think that for almost 100 years, everyone has agreed one movie or 3 movies are in discussion for the best movie of all time, when some of them aren't even palatable to a whole swath of an audience, is absurd.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's why I just go, nope, this is ridiculous. This is why it's good to have people that just give their take on it. Where you said, you can't take it with you is a movie that you'd be like, most people probably wouldn't enjoy, but I think is fucking incredible. Right? Yeah. So I think that's worthwhile. So if you guys enjoy this, we're going to have more specials. They're not going to be all 4 hours long. I could tell you that right now. But we want to do a big one for the Oscars since it's such a big deal. And we're going to have some more content coming this way. If you can, give us a like, comment, subscribe, follow the Really Snappy Gaming channel for more of those Davies Boys live recordings and specials, including the Wisco Movie Watchers Podcast, which again is not always 4 hours long either. It's usually right under an hour long, so we can have some fun with that one. So go check that out. You can find that on YouTube and Spotify. Those are the big hubs. We appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching wherever you are. Peace, love, and hugs to you all. Goodbye.